I believe you got this, Nigel. You can do it. Oh, where is... There's one video I'm trying to find. I bet we're not gonna find it. This. We found it.
It's going,
Go move this bitch to like the end area. There we go. Let's get it. We got a couple games and then it's gonna be a whole lot of stuff after that.
Our universe is held together by magic.
Ooh.
A divine power that comes
That
from
looks
the
like
gods
crap.
themselves. All across the world, it takes the form of powerful weapons and artifacts. When used for good, these artifacts can create wonders.
I want Yasuko by my side.
Lord Harumoto, I must decline your request to turn my daughter into a soldier.
I need to find out why this weapon chose me.
But when the power corrupts the mind of the wielder, the whole...
You did not think you could capture me that easily, did you?
If you want something done properly, you'll have to do it yourself.
Leave my father alone! I don't even know how I did that.
This looks weird. Supposedly, Where Winds Meet is supposed to be free to play. Supposedly. There is a lot of games coming out from like Eastern game. There's a lot of Eastern games coming out. Yes. I watched Asmon play a little bit of this one. It looked okay. It didn't. I don't know. It looked, like I said, it looked okay.
When murder calls, Poirot must respond.
Privileged to work with you, Mr. Poirot. My name is Jane Royce. I'm your biggest fan.
I've seen this pistol somewhere before.
Now, our adventure can begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, luncheon is served.
It's a lovely evening, isn't it?
Let's see if it's really well secured.
Monsieur Poirot, you are a magician.
There are some interesting characters on this book. You and I are not done yet.
I will bring them to justice.
You don't want to get on my bad side. She's become completely unhinged. She's having fun terrorizing us.
Listen, you stupid man. I know my business.
I know, right? This looks like shit, too. It's another American game, I can tell.
For everyone.
Hey, here we go. This is, Farming Sim.
Aye, that's something.
Highlands Fishing.
No sure what.
Yo, this has you written all over it, Nigel. Let's go.
More farmers and sailors here.
Yo, we're gonna have to set something up with this game. So that way we could, like, co-op this bitch on stream.
No one knows a net from a napkin, or how to tie a knot that won't undo itself out of shame.
Suspicious, that. Can't swim, won't sail, but I'll build a cafe shaped like a lighthouse to feel nautical.
That's so cool. Yo, what a great idea. Building a cafe out of a lighthouse. That sounds so, like, oh, that's an experience right there.
Maybe you'll change that.
Yo. So, like, here's a great idea. So what if you built a lighthouse closer to the water? So that way, and you could put, like, a bunch of windows on the water-facing side. And you could have, like, a way to, like, hold fishing poles. So you could, like, cast and then set your pole down and then go drink some coffee at the actual, like, cafe. Yo, that would be so good.
Show them how to fish. There's plenty of water here. A river leads into the sea. Real crowd pleaser. And mind those hairy beasts, would you? The cattle, not the farmers. Mostly. If fishing's not your fate, there's solid ground to plough, fertilise, or roll around on.
It's a farming simulator, but it's got the Highlands fishing map.
And like a loony, whatever it is you
fish.
Folk do for fun.
I would assume.
Go play with them big machines if you fancy. There's plenty tucked away out here too.
Oh, it has seasons? I never knew that I guess it would make sense if Farm Sim had seasons, huh?
Old paths, old stones, some standing like they still got pride. Others could use a wee redo. And I say redo with all the generosity of a man trying not to call it a pile of rubble. Welcome to King Lake, pal.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool, and the art for it looks amazing. It looks like a puzzle. Like that, you know, the puzzles you would get from the store. That's great. Wait. You ready to see this? This looks really good. I'm really excited about the new Wolverine. I'm not even kidding you. This game looks like it's going to be good. I really hope it's good. Please, PlayStation, do not mess this up.
The question that comes up a lot to us at Insomniac Games is, are you going to make a Wolverine game that is as violent, as visceral as the character in the comics?
Let's go, Insomniac! Let's go!
Working with Wolverine is interesting because part of the route to who he is that he's an unreliable narrator. He has gaps in his memory. So Wolverine doesn't really remember a lot of his life, and that's got to be an extremely frustrating aspect.
He's this ball of rage and fury, but then he could turn on a dime, and he could be very, very kind and tender in the next moment.
When we're casting for someone like Logan, what we're looking for in character traits are someone who can convey a lot with very little being spoken.
When you have that first moment that we show in gameplay, there's so much emotion that you can feel behind his eyes. He looks relentless, he looks gritty, he looks angry, but also he looks maybe a little sad.
That level of acting and being able to just deliver that performance with believability across both spectrums was something Insomniac, ourselves, we all agreed he's the one. We don't need to see anybody else.
Hey, I'm Liam McIntyre, and I play James Logan Howlett in Marvel's Wolverine. That's not bad. That one sort of works. Fans out there know what Wolverine is, who he is. My job is to try and find the essence of who Wolverine is, especially as he applies to our story. People hurt him, people take from him, people betray him. He still fights for people who can't fight for themselves. It's one of the greatest honors of my life, one of the biggest responsibilities I've ever had, and one of the coolest things I've ever got to do.
The entire game is built around staying true to the Wolverine experience.
And then how do we want to put her
Oh, so you mean to tell me there won't be any scenes with Mary Jane in it? Thank you, God.
Insomniac stamp on that? How do we want to put our own spin and creativity, but still give something new and fresh the fans are going to be excited about?
It's the full package. It is a level of detail that we've never been able to do before.
You could see it in the trailer. You can see pores. You can see blood in between the little lines of his teeth. I love the attention to detail.
It's exciting that we're going to be able to bring that kind of fidelity to players.
Wolverine is a character who goes to many places through the comics.
You'll see the Canadian wilderness, you'll see Japan.
There's a shot where Logan is sliding down that rooftop and you can see the breadth of Madripoor and Lowtown.
It's always nice teasing the depth and the amount of characters that we'll be seeing in the game. Omega Red makes an appearance, Mystique is there, and there are some hints to other characters that fans of Wolverine will recognize for sure.
Another visual element of Marvel's Wolverine is the blood. The blood tech that was put into this game is pretty phenomenal.
There's a part in the trailer where Logan jumps down and then he does the claws up through the face. That one I thought maybe was going to be taking it too far, but I am so glad that we have it.
He does that quite a bit. He does that quite a bit. That is so badass.
Making that special, making that feel like him, making it feel different to anything else you've played, that's a tough job. What's so cool for me is there was this one section of the game I got to try. It was just visceral and immediate and so incredibly satisfying, and I was like, this is gonna be amazing.
We're pretty excited about the artwork that we're using on the cover. It's dynamic, it's rough-edged.
You notice it doesn't look like our past games. It has a sense of urgency and forward movement and rage and fury, and that's Wolverine.
One of the cool things about Insomniac is they are probably the most collaborative group of people I have ever worked with. They make you feel part of their team. That's not something you always get.
We've been in a creative collaboration with Insomniac Games and PlayStation for over a decade now. We've made some of the greatest superhero games of all time, and that was always the goal, making games that are timeless.
I think fans are going to be excited, but I'm also really excited about it because I'm really proud of what.
I'm excited to play an Insomniac game that doesn't involve a bitch that does nothing other than tase men into the ground. You don't know how insulting it is to play the Spider-Man games and then being forced to play Mary Jane and being forced to direct Spider-Man, the main character that you buy the game to play Spider-Man. It's called Spider-Man. And you are playing Mary Jane and you are being forced to direct her to location. You're forced to play Mary Jane, and you're being forced to direct Spider-Man to do takedowns. Do you know how insulting that is as a player?
We are focused on making the best Wolverine game ever.
On behalf of everyone at Insomniac Games and the Wolverine team especially, we want to thank you for taking time to watch our trailer. We can't wait to show you more in spring of 2026.
PlayStation.
Oh, is that it? No! I wanted more. So, we talked about this a little bit yesterday. So, you think that by taking guns away, things would stop in schools, right? No.
In the hallways of
This is exactly what I was talking about yesterday. The U.S. people, if the senators took guns away, the only people that it would be protecting is the senators.
High school in Utica, New York, caught on a cell phone.
I got out of the gym.
This guy snuck a knife past a $4 million detecting device. Snuck a knife.
That's when I got attacked.
Watch as the student wearing a red shirt attacks senior Annie Laird 2, stabbing him multiple times. Out of nowhere?
Out of nowhere.
Authorities say the student lodged a 9-inch hunting knife into his back, neck, and hands that was smuggled through the district's brand new $4 million state-of-the-art AI weapon.
That's what I was saying. If you want to kill someone that bad, you're going to do it. You're going to try to. You may not be successful. Thankfully, he wasn't successful. But just imagine if, he was. What's next? You gonna take away the knives? Come on. We're gonna be cutting meat. We're gonna be cutting meat with our fingers.
Detection system called Evolve. The system is designed to detect knives, guns, bombs, and other weapons when people walk through. How does a student get a 9-inch knife into the school?
He came in, he walked right through the Evolve system with his backpack.
School districts around the country are spending hundreds of millions of dollars to harden their campuses. And vendors have an increasingly broad catalog of products to buy.
We actually have the ability to launch pepper balls off of our drones.
Attack drones, bullet-resistant glass, and safety bunkers were all on offer at a recent school safety convention in Las Vegas. But even the organizer says nothing is foolproof.
I can't say there is a silver bullet that is going to give us that 100% guarantee.
Some pricey pieces of technology have been cited for either not working as advertised or not working when it mattered most. In Nashville, administrators said a $1 million system failed to detect a gun earlier this year at Antioch High School before a student was shot and killed.
Shatter-resistant film, security cameras with weapon detection software, and security vestibules. Unfortunately, these measures were not enough to stop this tragedy.
Some critics describe what happened in Nashville and in Utica as a cautionary tale.
Reality is there's not a great deal of evidence that many of the products being marketed would even work in an active shooter or other school security threat.
A trade group that speaks on behalf of the security industry acknowledged in a statement to ABC News that...
See, what we need are laws that are going to make it to where a designer of some of these systems, if they fail, the company is forced to shut down. They have to pay like $1 million fine, and then they have to go to jail, period. Instantaneously. And I feel like there needs to be, instead of wasting so much taxpayer money on those systems, they need to establish a team that goes around to different schools and tests these systems to make sure that they're going to work. Because they just buy these systems and hope that they're going to work. They need to put together a team that's going to try and sneak things through the school security system to see if they can get it in. That's what I think they need to do. And if it fails, they need to hunt down the company that did it, shut them down, and put them in jail. Straight up.
Some products
It's
out
false
there
advertisement.
fall outside wide acceptance and deserve more scrutiny. But the group maintains that recent technological advances have made many security measures much more effective, and that it would be a mistake not to incorporate and fully utilize these improvements.
I'm sure. And then whenever another kid gets through with another weapon, it'll be, oh, well, we just made more updates to it, so you should buy our equipment again with the upgraded software, right? Well, how many cycles of this do kids have to keep getting killed for this company to realize that, or for the school system to realize that this company's just trying to rip them off, you know?
Is it still painful? When I'm doing something like physical, I feel a sting everywhere.
Anylayer 2 is suing Evolve and the school district for negligence and misleading marketing claims. Evolve has broadly denied the allegations in court and said in a statement to ABC News that its platform has a proven ability to consistently detect a wide variety of threats.
Well, then why didn't it detect the knife?
The fear of becoming the next Proctor or the next Antioch that's driving demand for new solutions. What we know does work, experts say, is having students and staff that are alert, aware, and able to spot potential problems.
Bro, it's kind of sad that you got like political officials or political speakers being assassinated, and we got schools that we have to treat like prison systems now. But like I said yesterday, this guy snuck a knife past a $4 million security system. In a different country, there are no guns. Somebody made a makeshift weapon. Hell, even Luigi Mandaloni 3D printed his weapon because he was not able to attain one legally and went and killed the CEO. If you want to harm somebody, the extent that you will go to doesn't matter. Taking guns away won't solve this problem. Getting people the mental illness treatment they need will help this problem. We have a growing problem of mental illness in this country, and it needs to be addressed. It needs to. And all this rhetoric and all this negativity on all these media casting sites, like, that doesn't help. All this advocation for violence and death doesn't solve
but decidedly
anything.
low-tech maneuver, locking doors. In a recent school shooting in Minneapolis, a school official credited locked doors with saving countless lives. Guys?
Just locking doors like that, but you got to give it to the schools. They're trying to do whatever they can to keep their students safe. Hey, Aaron, thank you for that investigation.
Let's see, what's next? Oh, here we go. A little bit more about the shooter.
Another look at the suspect. This is from a 2015 arrest in
So this guy killed one illegal immigrant detained at an ICE facility and wounded 2 others with a sniper rifle. And this is just a look at what's going on when you want to advocate for this violence and this death. Everybody's in the crosshairs of any of these killers, whether it's Charlie Kirk or just some person that just so happened to be in an ICE detention facility.
County.
Again, that 29-year-old suspect is dead. Police say died by suicide as agents closed in. And today, investigators searched at least 2 properties tied to that suspect. Our team Fox 4 coverage continues now with David Sintendry, who is live in Fairview in
Ah, there it goes. We're back. Hopefully that fixes it. I don't know what happened. Should be good now, right? Let me run another speed test just to be on the safe side. Yeah, we good now. I don't know why it does that. Did that a couple days ago and I haven't had the problem since, and it just did it again. That's okay, because we got it sorted. We got her sorted quick. Alright, let's get back to it.
County. David.
Yeah, Heather and Casey, well, federal investigators left that Fairview neighborhood about an hour ago. As you just mentioned, they have been at multiple homes connected to this sniper, but it's unclear what evidence they have collected from inside of these homes. Sky 4 video shows FBI investigators in and out of a home at the bottom of this cul-de-sac in the Collin County city of Fairview. The home connected to Joshua Yan, the reported sniper who shot 3 people at an ICE facility in Dallas before shooting and killing himself.
That's insane to hear.
Sloan Mordecai, a neighbor, had no idea about the attack until she drove upon reporters down the street and federal agents next door.
Like I said, very sweet family, so that was really surprising to hear.
We don't know much about Jan. He does not appear to have a violent criminal history. But in 2015, he was arrested for marijuana possession in Collin County. And while records show Jan is connected to this home in Fairview,
I think they did a few studies that showed that marijuana has the ability to suppress certain brain cells. Now, I don't know how true that is, but that's what I've heard.
Records indicate he most recently lived in Durant, Oklahoma. Video shows the FBI and SWAT focusing in on that listed address, but no word as to what was recovered. It's unclear if a manifesto, additional weapons, or anything else was found.
It is unfortunately just the most recent example we've seen of targeted violence, to include here in North Texas, where...
Yeah, I mean, Kirk was killed 2 weeks ago. It's only been 2 weeks and we've got more political violence and death, and it's because the rhetoric hasn't stopped yet. Stop allowing these people on these shows to talk and advocate for this.
Back on July 4th,
you'd be surprised at how quick this ends.
We saw a coordinated attack carried out against an immigration detention center in Alvarado.
Federal investigators have not said what may have led Jan to develop reported anti-ICE views, or if there's any other evidence.
No, I don't. I actually don't do any drugs. I did smoke marijuana once, and I did not enjoy the experience. I did not at all. Not
Beyond
one bit.
What was written on shell casings found at the Dallas facility.
This is the third shooting in Texas directed at ICE or CBP. This must stop.
In Fairview, Wednesday evening, federal investigators were seen removing a box of possible evidence from the home.
You think just how crazy that is and how close it is to home now.
It took a while for Tim Johnson to learn that he lives down the street from the Fairview home connected to Jan. He says he only knew of Jan, no personal details.
But it's an unfortunate event.
You notice the community that he's in? Very privileged. Very, very privileged community.
And I have been in contact with an FBI spokesperson, but at this point in time, it is unclear when they plan to host that follow-up news conference. Casey and Heather, back to y'all.
All right, so David...
Crazy. That's insane. Dang, what happened here?
California father now demanding answers from Governor Gavin Newsom. This after ICE arrests an illegal immigrant who allegedly caused a multi-car pileup while driving an 18-wheeler.
Oh my God. Yeah, another one. Apparently this is really, this happens quite a bit with these 18-wheelers causing these accidents and these illegal immigrants. This happens quite a bit. It just only recently popped up whenever that video footage popped up of that guy that was doing that U-turn on the interstate and it shaved off the top of that car.
That crash last year severely injured 6-year-old Delilah Coleman, leaving her with critical and life-altering injuries. And her parents join us now, Marcus Coleman and Ileana Kraus. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry for what you and Delilah are going through. Marcus, could you start us here and just explain what happened and how your little girl has suffered after this?
Good morning. Yeah, she was involved in a vehicle accident last year on June 20th. And she was on her way to Victorville. We had a heat wave here in Bakersfield, 112 degrees that weekend. So she went up there to go swimming. And there was construction on the highway that she was on. They were at a dead stop. Multiple vehicles were sitting there waiting. And what they did was they closed off one lane to open up another lane and let traffic travel through one lane at a time. And the semi-truck failed to stop, smacked her vehicle first, as well as went through 4 other vehicles before coming to a complete stop. And my daughter.
Good Lord, how fast do you have to be going that you plow through 4 vehicles just to stop the car? Stop the truck, I mean. That's crazy. That's insanity.
It was airlifted from Adelanto area, the Highway 395, all the way to Loma Linda Children's Hospital, where she stayed there for about a month and a half, and she was in a coma for about 3 of those weeks.
Yes, we have a 3-year-old and an almost 2-year-old, and the TBI. She receives nutrition through a G-tube.
Right.
Oh man, yeah, no, it completely ruined that little girl's life. I mean, I'm happy that she's alive, but man, the well-being of that little girl's life is completely cooked. Man, that really sad to see. That's really sad to see.
So
Right
she's
now,
going
we're
through a
not
lot.
very sure. Yeah, she's going through a
I
lot.
Marcus,
kind of starting to feel like this is an instance of just like it just so happened to be an illegal immigrant truck driver, which really sucks. But I don't think this was the same kind of behavior like the other one. Because, I mean, this happens to quite a bit of truck drivers, especially whenever it's dark out, you can't see, your visibility's shot. It's really sad to see this. I kind of get this feeling like it just so happens to be an illegal immigrant truck driver.
so somebody was
it's a lot.
arrested. Can you tell us about what you know in terms of who he is and a little bit, please describe your attempts to get the attention of your governor?
Well, when the accident first happened, we had reached out to several parties. We reached out to the governor's office. I sent them several messages to their office via email. I called over there several times. I didn't get any response or anything like that.
JD Vance lore.
Situation where we didn't know which
Yeah,
way
probably.
to go, who to complain to, or anything like that. A lot of people were kind of taken back that we were trying to reach out to the governor, like there was anything that he can do. We didn't know what could be done. But the
kind of
the
part
driver
of the vibe
was,
of UK.
a 19-year-old or 20-year-old at the time. I think he had just turned 20. Here in California, you're allowed to get your Class A license at 18 years old as long as you drive within the state.
I am shocked. That's insane.
Which me as a
I
truck
think
driver,
Texas, you have to be 21 to become a CDL driver. If I'm not mistaken, it's 21.
for myself, I've been truck driving since 2017, and I've never been on board with an 18-year-old having a commercial driver license.
Yeah,
And,
you're
for reasons like-
essentially giving them the tools to commit death if they're not careful. I can't tell you how many 18-wheelers that I had to go over whenever I was getting my CDL that they would lose control of their trucks because they were just going too damn fast and would end up causing like a 19-car pileup with like lots of fatalities. It's really sad to see. You really and they go to jail. You go to jail. It is a privilege to drive CDL. It is not required. Like it's required to drive CDL, but just like Texas treats drivers as a privilege. You can drive in Texas, but remember, at all times, it is a privilege to drive in Texas. It is not a right, and it is not a requirement. Even more so with CDLs, they want to keep their people safe. I'm sure every state does. So, like, it's kind of shocking to me that they allow an 18-year-old to drive CDL. Like, bro, like, most 18-year-olds are taking out, like, $300,000 student loans that they'll never be able to pay off no matter what kind of job they get. You really want someone like that behind the wheel of a big heavy metal machine of death?
like this right here.
Mm-mm.
But no, we never did receive anything back from the governor. We never received a call back. We never received a governor's going to look into this. We didn't receive anything.
Even a
and I had
courtesy.
actually sent them a letter. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. And I sent them a letter to several news agencies, and even outside news agencies didn't want to pick this up. To them, it was, oh, this is, a Southern California issue. Why are you reaching out to us here in Sacramento? And in the
Fox News got you, apparently.
letters to them, I stated, I was like, this isn't a shooting in East LA or a hurricane on the coast. This isn't anything. This is a truck driver that drives all over the United States. And this can happen.
Which is crazy, because by doing that, he was breaking the law, which is insane.
Anywhere where there's a road.
So not only was he breaking the law just by being here because he's an illegal immigrant, but he's also breaking the law because he wasn't following the driver's license classification that he had in the state that he was in by leaving the state while driving a truck.
And I sat there and I kept sending these out, and I didn't get any response. And then all of a sudden, the the accident in Florida happened, and I got 3 news agencies that looked me back up and called me just to see if they were related, if the driver.
That's really sad. So this happened even before that. Wow, that's really sad. Like, this was already an issue that was happening, and people just didn't want to cover it. That's crazy. That's sick.
Of my daughter's accident was the same driver as the accident that happened in Florida, and I was like, oh no, because the last names were the same. I was like, no, it's not the same guy, and they're like, oh okay, and then they just dropped the story.
Well, we are proud to tell your story. It's really a
Wow, what the hell?
me and Bill as we read about it and learned more about it. I admire your strength. I just want to read one thing to everybody here. This is from Christy Nome. She said that this is sadly another example of Gavin Newsom's California Department of Motor Vehicles issuing an illegal alien a commercial driver's license. How many more innocent people must become victims before Gavin Newsom stops playing games with American lives? Ileana, let me give you one more chance.
I don't think this is just an illegal immigrant problem. I think that it's also a problem with the way they're issuing their CDLs down in that state. They need to shut those bureaus down, those DMVs, and do a full-scale investigation on what the hell's going on if they're just giving out these CDLs to... Because, like, you have to prove quite a bit in order to get a driver's license in Texas. How is it it's so easy for them to get a driver's license? Like, you have to prove residency, you have to prove your date of birth, like, you have to have a lot of stuff to get your driver's license here in Texas. How is it not like that everywhere? How are they just handing out these driver's licenses with no concern to the general public? It's disgusting.
Just close us out here. In the time that we have, and you have everyone's attention, what do you want people to know about your sweet daughter?
She didn't deserve this. She was a very sweet girl, and she still is. And
Bro, that's really jacked. She had a whole life ahead of her. And now she's eating food through a tube because a state doesn't want to get their stuff together and fix their policies and all their laws.
you could see that light of her still shining through, but we miss who she was.
And you need
I
some
could
help.
imagine.
She needs a lot.
I could imagine like looking at her and just being really sad, just thinking about how her way of life is affected, dude. That's just sad. That's really
A lot
depressing.
of care, and I know that
She
you're doing
does.
a lot
She
of
has
it,
a
but
lot of
it's not
therapy,
easy to do it all on your own.
wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. He has to take off work so many times throughout the week, just because I don't have the strength to lift up a wheelchair on my own.
Yep.
Like you stated, I have 2 smaller children, and it's hard. This is not how we imagine life.
Well, God bless you. Thank you, and we'll keep your story.
My heart goes out to them. That really sucks. That really sucks. What is this? Let's see what else we got. When was this? This was 3 hours ago. Got a little bit of
Another
Charlie
left-wing
Kirk
group
lore.
doubling down on hate in the wake of Charlie Kirk's assassination. Posters advertising.
That's what drives me crazy. You do realize the only political group that celebrate when Nazis die, you do realize that by assassinating and killing your political opponents, that makes you a dictator? You do realize that Vladimir Putin does the same thing whenever he has a political opponent going into office? He does the same thing. He makes them disappear. It's crazy how they can call one side Nazis, but they act like a dictatorship. That's insanity.
Georgetown University's John Brown Gun Club have appeared on campus, and they read, quote, "Hey, fascist, catch." That's a reference to the message that was written on the shell casing.
That's disgusting, dude. That's so disgusting.
Used by the man accused of murdering Charlie Kirk. The poster told people to join the, quote, only political group that celebrates when Nazis die. Unbelievable. Students were horrified, with some saying they feared for their safety.
Oh, yeah, they should. That's horrifying. That was out of school. That's terrifying. That's awful.
Obviously, I read this immediately as a threat, not only for me, but for everyone on this campus, every conservative, everyone who just does not subscribe to the prevailing leftist orthodoxy. This is a direct threat against them. It means that there are students at this campus who would want to see conservatives dead rather than engaging with their ideas, rather than facilitating a political discourse.
And Education Secretary Linda McMahon was outraged, saying that allowing violent rhetoric to fester on our nation's campuses without consequences is dangerous.
It is. It's dangerous and it's disgusting. You're supposed to be able to go to I remember whenever you used to be able to go to college and not have to worry about riots blocking up the library, or you were able to go to a college campus and actually go to school, you know, that thing that you have to pay thousands upon thousands and thousands of dollars in order to get. And now it just is another device used to advocate for death and violence. It just, why? What? Like, I really hope they got these guys, right? There's no way they didn't.
Georgetown releasing a statement this morning which reads, Georgetown University has no tolerance for calls for violence or threats to the university.
And it's not freedom of speech to advocate for death and violence. Why? I don't understand how they managed to pull 3 lines, like two or three words out of the entire First Amendment and then do this mental gymnastic to claim that somehow it's okay to advocate for death and violence. Like, how?
The flyers have been removed and the university is investigating this incident and working to ensure the safety of our community. Paul, I want to start with the breaking news. This seems to leave no doubt that this individual had an anti-ICE motive. And it seems like he could have been a copycat if he was looking at videos of Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, so that's what happens when you do this stuff and you normalize it, right? And the NYPD did 15 years of counterterrorism. And when something happens, even anywhere around the world, you're always worried about a copycat locally. So that's why when something happens, you hear NYPD is putting cars in front of mosques, NYPD is putting cars in front of synagogues, because you're worried about this kind of follow-on effect. So all I would say is a couple of things real quick relative to the ICE thing here specifically. Number one, ICE is now in a position where you're going to have to do counter-surveillance. And this guy made it very clear. I want them now to be worried about their own safety. Well, you know what? I hate to say it, but he's going to get some of that.
ICE members are Americans. You're killing Americans. You're killing people that are benefiting from being part of ICE by here. Let me Google what you get for work. What are the benefits you get for working at ICE? So you get, holy crap, you get a lot. So let me go through this. Work for U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, offers comprehensive federal employee benefits, including health, dental, vision, life, and long-term care insurance, along with retirement plans like Federal Employee Retirement System, FERS, and Thrift Savings Plan, TSP. That's a really good one. You also receive paid leave, paid federal holidays, and potentially performance-related bonuses alongside resources like the Employee Assistance Program, EAP, flexible spending accounts, and opportunities for continued education and professional development. New and existing employees can also benefit from programs such as student loan repayment. Like, some of these people are just normal, ordinary Americans. They're not, like, police. And even so, they're still Americans. It's like, come on.
Because they have to do this to protect themselves. Understand?
Bro, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm some real good benefits right there, boy.
And that costs money, that costs resources. It could be put into the kind of law enforcement we all want to see, not only in the immigration area, but in violence, okay? This is going to be a draw from the federal government. Number two, we need a domestic terrorism law. I'm sorry, but we do.
We do. He's absolutely right about that. The other guy that we watched a couple days ago, or last week actually, said the same thing. We need to have a new domestic terrorism laws put in place, because that's what this is. It's domestic terrorism. The definition of terrorism is doing something to cause fear and politically motivate people. Or it's to cause fear in politically motivated people. That's what
of our
terrorism is.
I got a piece coming out tomorrow on foxnews.com. So check it out if you have access to the website. The thing in our laws, it's a ghost in the machine. It has to be foreign. And everybody's worried about the fact that if we do domestic, each side's going to use it against the other. That's valid. I get that. But there's a way to construct it to go.
Yeah, if someone dies or gets shot and it's politically charged, then charge them with terrorism. Duh. Don't make something simple and turn it into something complicated that it doesn't need to be. Like, it's obvious when it's politically charged.
Guard against that. At some point, we have to stop kidding ourselves. You know what they charged Mangione with? Stalking in order to get the murder charge. That's not stalking. That is politically inspired murder. It is terrorism.
I don't really think the Mangione murder was politically charged. I don't think it was at all. I think that's a lie. I'll call that out all day. Luigi Mangione wanted to get back at the CEO, even though it was really stupid. It was really stupid. That was not the way to do it. Because all they did was replace the CEO. But that wasn't politically charged. The bro had health problems, and he kept trying to use his insurance, and they kept declining him. I mean, if your way of life is altered in a way, I understand why he did it, up until he killed somebody. That's where I'm like, nope. Absolutely not.
We have to stop kidding ourselves. There is a terrorist group active in this country right now. It's amorphous. It's a bunch of different groups.
You're becoming ICE.
All of these groups. But to me, this is the equivalent right now of running, let's say, against the Soviets. There's attacks every week. We can't have this. We got to get serious.
Yeah, and that domestic terror law would give Pambandi federal jurisdiction, so it could make a difference in a lot of these cases. You know, Ainsley, going back to the Georgetown story and this, what some would interpret as calls for violence or at least celebrating a killer. I mean, I went to Georgetown University, proud to have gone there, Hoya Sachs. I love my time there. And it resonates to hear that was the head of the college Republicans say he felt threatened. I was in that club, and, you know, you should be able to go intern in the White House or express your political view on that campus.
It's crazy that if you don't subscribe to the left's far progressive policies, then you're considered a threat, you're considered a target, you're considered a Nazi. And with these kinds of messages, this is what gives the copycats the ideas. They think it's okay to go and silence Republicans because they feel like they're a martyr, which is similar to a terrorism organization. Now they feel they're dying to please a god, you know? So they feel empowered. I know
that's a bit extreme. How the hell do you pull that out of there? What? Look, I'm not really for either side. I don't give a crap about either side of this. Unless people are dying, then I care. You can't just go out and kill somebody because you don't like something. That's not how the world works. Yo, if we lived like we did in the Wild West, nothing would be done. It would be absolute chaos. Like, come on. But that is an overactive imagination if I've ever seen one.
Most are not.
I think, I'm not gonna lie, I think the Republicans are crazy, dude. I'm not even gonna lie. But at least they're not killing people, for fuck's sake.
And going to go out and shoot someone. But this is what puts ideas in those that are radical, and that's what's scary.
You could sit there and act like a cult all you want, but it doesn't really matter unless you go out and hurt somebody. Stop doing that.
We saw this all kind of bubble up. I know we're going to be talking about the Atlantic and how attacks from the left are outnumbering those from the right. There's a story today. But we saw that in the summer of 2020, where you had cops being injured, you had property damage, 574 riots. Kamala went on Stephen Colbert's show and said, rioters are not going to stop. They shouldn't stop. We're not going to stop supporting them. There are very few far left voices speaking out right now, and we need more leaders on the left to come out and say,
yeah, why isn't that a thing that's been going on? Like Ted Cruz obviously did, right? But why aren't more of the opposing side coming out and saying stop the death and violence? Because if it's a numbers thing, so if you get a mob big enough, even if you're wrong, you could still magically make it right. And that's kind of like the mob mentality. So if all these people really are, for what's going on, then why aren't more Republicans talking up and saying, stop advocating, we don't advocate for this. Shame on you. Why aren't they doing that? That's my concern.
This has got to stop
at this point.
And good for Georgetown for taking down those posters. Emily, that Atlanta
Democrat leadership in the House and the Senate,
54% in just June. It's nearly a 20-point rise. guys.
Also,
71%. I agree. I don't like either side. I haven't. That's why I've never voted. I don't like either side. I don't like always choosing the lesser of two evils. The hell with that. I don't care about that. What's going to benefit the American people? Well, I know it doesn't. Advocating for death and violence, that damn sure doesn't. How about putting in universal basic income? How about making housing affordable? How about lowering the cost of the frickin' grocery bill? Like, like, I don't care about either side. What's best for a normal American citizen, not the 1%? That's what I care about. I don't care about all this. Like, this is crazy. Both sides are cooked. I don't understand, like, how anyone can. It just blows my mind, dude. Not that one. There we go. We got some more news about the Ukrainian situation. I'm trying to keep a close eye on this because, like, if we end up going to war with, if we end up going to war with Russia, I want to know about it. That's my big concern right now. I want to know if I get nuked. Putin should realize Trump is patience.
He wrapped up his speech at the UN General Assembly. This as President Trump signals support for Ukraine like we've really never seen it before. A real about-face, posting online that Ukraine is capable of winning back all its land from Russia and calling Moscow a paper tiger. A Kremlin spokesperson responding to that overnight, saying Russia is associated with the there are no.
It kind of does make me wonder if we're gonna probably start, because this has to do with that other video. Because used to they would use race to keep America divided. It kind of makes me wonder if they're not really trying to sink their teeth into the political aspect of it to keep Americans divided. It does make me wonder if that's not the case. Because, like, if America would come together and realize that the only people that are benefiting from a lot of these laws are the 1%, the richest of the rich, and that they need to keep poor Americans where they're at in order to stay very wealthy. So, like, that's kind of my mentality of it, is like, maybe that's what's really going on here, is that they're shifting from racially charged topics over to political topics because it's currently the new fuel that they can use to amass more wealth for whatever reason.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky wrapped up his speech at the UN General Assembly. This as President Trump signals support for Ukraine like we've really never seen it before. A real about-face, posting online that Ukraine is capable of winning back all its land from Russia and calling Moscow a paper tiger. A Kremlin spokesperson responding to that overnight, saying Russia is associated with the there are no paper bears. A bit of a joke there. Joining us now is former U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine, Bill Taylor. And
apparently not, because they're losing ground to Ukraine.
Evelyn Farkas.
Rather quickly.
Former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Russia.
Now,
Ukraine,
I would like to say that's mostly because it's got American allies and other people backing them. So that's different. And I do strongly believe that the people that should decide if they want to lose ground to Russia or not are the Ukrainian people. That should be their decision. It shouldn't be anybody else's. So I gotta give them credit where credit's due, you know?
So Zelensky speaking, let's just get to a little bit of what we heard him say right at the onset of his speech.
Dear leaders, we are now living through the most destructive arms race in human history, because this time includes artificial intelligence. And if there are no real security guarantees except friends and weapons, and if the world can't respond even to old threats, and if there is no strong platform for international security.
All right, first to you, Ambassador Taylor. Opposite.
That and other forms of support for Ukraine.
This is not what I thought it was. I want an update about what's going on. That's what I want. I want an update. I don't care about someone calling someone a paper bear. I don't care about that. I want to know when the next war is going to start, or if we're going to have one at all. This is rich coming from Democrats. Where is? Let's see. Let's try this. Let's just go straight to Fox News' page, and then we'll go to CNN to see. There's no updates. We're gonna go to CNN now. We'll check back in a little bit to see if there's any updates. That's what really sucks about Trump, is that anything could happen at any time. Literally. Rex, indictment, Windows, blah, blah, blah. Drone shut down, Danish airport, and... I'm not... Oh, yeah, here we go. Apparently, they're doing a deal to take TikTok. It's actually happened. He signed in a thing. That's new.
Today, one step closer to completing the TikTok deal. President Trump expected to sign an executive order this afternoon that states the deal is a qualified divestiture, which meets the requirements of the ban or sale law that passed last year. According to the White House, the deal will transfer control of TikTok's U.S. operations and a copy of that all-important algorithm to a new joint venture based in...
You know what really sucks about this? What really sucks about this is that once it gets into the Americans' hands, they're going to jack it up just like they did with YouTube's algorithm, and they're going to keep people poor because people are trying to use these sites to actually get more known. That's how Queso got so popular so quick. Was through TikTok. They need to keep ties on everything.
United States. We're joined now by Shark Tank investor Kevin O'Leary. He is also the chairman of O'Leary Ventures. All right, Kevin.
Bro ripped off a lot of people. A lot of those shark people did. Those Shark Tank people ripped off a lot of people.
It is not yet public who all of these
I've heard like horror stories of people, because like in order to go on the show and be aired, you have to give up like a percentage automatically of your company once they air you. And that's just to go out and talk to them. They take a percentage of your company. And then once they sign a contract, I've heard so many of the older people that went through the show say that a lot of their investments would fall through because they would never actually help them. I've heard horror stories of Shark Tank.
In the deal, we're getting...
I'm not sure about him. There's probably a reason why he's the one here and not them. But
names out
from
there,
what I've heard,
name dropped a few. Will you or any of your firms have a stake in it?
No lack of buyers. There are so many PE, private equity people and investors that want to be part of this deal. It has so much upside. Definitely, I'd love a piece of it. There's no guarantees at all. The only person I know with certainty that, and I'm also just assuming, but we'll see this in a couple of hours, is Larry Ellison, because he is hosting in Paris, Texas, and in Virginia, the actual source code, of which there's 5 billion lines. So he's going to be part of this deal, and my guess is between he and Trump, they'll handpick who is going to be on the cap table.
Yeah, they're very
they're going to jack that algorithm up just like they did with YouTube, just like they did with Instagram and Twitter and everything else. They're going to Americanize it, and they're going to suppress whoever they want to. And then
that's right. And under the deal, Oracle, founded by Ellison, in
TikTok's
cooperation
cook boys.
with the government, monitors.
My favorite thing, their argument for this is, oh, well, we're taking it away from the Chinese government, so that way, the servers are in China, so that way they don't steal your information. Do you think for 1 second I'm okay with America's government having my stuff? They're just gonna take it and sell it to China anyway. What's it matter? That's what they're gonna do anyway. Like that's what they always do.
The algorithm, to quote, ensure content is free from improper manipulation or surveillance. That's according to a senior White House official. Doesn't that raise questions about allies of the president and his party and private industry and the government monitoring a social media tool that arguably could affect the outcome of an election?
Well, there is no doubt that this is an unusual deal. There's never a court order, and the risk of not complying with this law long after the Trump administration is gone. This thing lasts for years, and the fine is over $800 billion. So you're going to get it right. And
I'm shocked that guy sold it.
The ones you don't want to give access to, those are the Chinese ones. But remember, TikTok's complicated.
I don't want to give access to the U.S. government either. They just as bad. What you talking about? They just gonna sell it to China. They're doing this for money, man. They're gonna take the algorithm, suit it to where a lot of people that are talking about stuff like politically, they're gonna slap all those views down. They're gonna suppress the hell out of it. Then they're gonna take all that data from people signing up on it, and they're gonna sell it to China anyway. That's what they do. They're taking it over because the government wants more control over what can be seen on those sites, just like what's going on with YouTube.
There's countries like Switzerland.
That's what they do.
You know, when a hot watchmaker breaks in Switzerland, it goes on TikTok. I need to know that. That's Swiss, and we're friendly with the Swiss. We're friendly with the Indians. We're friendly with the British. And I got even a bigger one.
Well,
what
no,
if you
hold
went
on.
back
Well, I
to
got an ally, right? Another Trump ally has been running it for a decade, and how it is administering the algorithm of such an important social media tool.
They're gonna use it to suppress voices they don't like. I mean, obviously, that's why they really want it. That's why they've always wanted it. Ever since people started seeing how bad it was on YouTube, I mean on TikTok, how people were starting to complain about how no matter how much you work, you're not getting anywhere. And, you know, with these student loans and stuff, ever since that started happening and popping up and getting viral on TikTok, they've wanted to take it, because the thing is with it is that it will take the eyes off of these racially charged things when a lot of white people are also going through what a lot of black people are going through. And it takes that's another reason why I'm like, well, maybe that's the reason why they're trying to politically charge everything, is because they can't racially charge everything now because of TikTok destabilized that entirely. So it would make sense for them to want to buy it because they can restabilize it and then keep people from seeing stuff like that. That's the whole reason why. I mean, they tried with YouTube Shorts to get more people to use YouTube Shorts, but it just ain't working. It just ain't gonna work. So they ended up having to take TikTok because they knew that if they didn't do something, you know,
of China hawks. Some of them are Democrats, some of them are Republicans, but they represent the people of the United States. And they will make sure, regardless of who's in the White House, long after Trump is gone, that this is so unusual that this platform, this media company that's ingrained in its own act of Congress, and then 9-0.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime I see a Shark Tank person, I'm like, yeah, no, that's a vulture, bro. That ain't a shark. That's a shark. That's a vulture. He sees the dead corpse already. He's trying to get a piece of that pie.
Jay or the Pentagon.
This goes deeper than they're ever gonna say. We will never find out exactly what's going to be changing in TikTok until it starts happening. And you know what's sad is when people start noticing it, it's going to be too late because they're going to be so suppressed with the TikTok algorithm. They're never going to be able to, like, to give you an example, you could have built an entire audience talking about how daily life as an American who goes and works 13 hours a day and can't afford rent can go from making 3,000 views a post, sometimes higher, to 2 or 3 views. That's how they can tweak these algorithms. And that's the crazy part, is you could even be subbed to this person and follow them, and you have to go to their page to see their new videos. Happens on YouTube all the time. All the time. It's disgusting. There is no real freedom of speech anymore. That's why it's so sad to see people like Kirk getting killed. Is like, you do realize that going out and public speaking is really the only freedom of speech you have anymore. You are suppressed so much through YouTube's algorithm, Instagram's algorithm, Twitter's algorithm. It's not even funny. Because they want to keep the rich people that have already made it where they're at, or they want to keep the poor people from getting there. So they're going to tweak it as much as they can to keep these ratios where they're at. It's all a money game. It's a numbers game. That's the world we live in. And they like it that way.
I don't know.
They want you to be a good little cog in their little money machine and stay poor and work yourself to death. That's what they want.
They're not seen
It's not a political battle. It's a battle between rich and poor. And it sucks.
and arbiters by much of the country.
And they're going to spin it to look however they need to keep the heat off of them as long as possible. And it's working.
Well, wait a second. Is Congress an independent arbiter, yes or no?
Well, it is.
I think that the argument of taking TikTok is just stupid. It's stupid. There we go. So, California might be cooked, boys. I think they're just cooked. I think they're donezo.
Law enforcement arrested 3 members of a burglary crew from South America. This crew is linked to burglaries across Southern California.
So, gangs of criminals.
I don't like that guy. I actually don't like that guy. There we go. I thought this was crazy.
Kind of with the flow of traffic.
So this 18-wheeler, this truck, got taken out by a SWAT van because they couldn't stop it.
At this point, so we'll see if our Fox 11 team dives into it. But
high-speed pursuit. I don't think he's trying to get a murder charge. An unhitched semi could go. I mean, it's standard speed, like whatever a car can go. From what I understand, a lot of it has to do with the fact that it has to have a lot of horsepower for the trailer. I am shocked they haven't tried to spike this truck. I mean, I've seen plenty of like 18-wheeler chases where they've spiked the crap out of the tires, and it slows them down quite a bit. I don't understand why they don't spike strip it. Especially if they're going in circles. Why wouldn't they try to spike it? That's really weird. I think that the police know they can't use their vehicles to stop this. There's no way. It's not going to happen.
He needs to pull over. He needs to bring this thing to a stop.
And then you're going to just
not want this to end.
Those decisions, because I know, or she, behind the wheel of that armored vehicle.
Oh, damn. Okay, hold on. Wait.
Channel 13 and is continuing.
Bro, it crumpled
on with us here at Fox. But check that out. Definitely.
It crumpled that like a beer can. I think it ran out of diesel. I think that's what happened.
Yeah,
he hit the right tank. The one a diesel tank, dude. That's crazy. Let me use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay, we bake. Got any new stuff up yet? I wonder. Let's see. YouTube. Got any new stuff? Nope, doesn't look like it. Oh well. Let's move on. Moving on. Back. There we go. So.
The Pokemon Company International has gone evil. We're going to get into today how the insane chief legal officer and their crazy policies of lawfare and DEI are destroying the company that we all love, that we all grew up with. They're destroying our childhood, and they are hell bent.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what kind of life he lived, but like, anytime I saw another kid with a Nintendo thing, I always thought to myself, wow, that's privilege right there. Like, I don't know. That just kind of how it was whenever I was growing up. Anytime, like even now, whenever I hear like people that I'm like friends with, they're talking about like their childhood with Nintendo, and I'm like, man, that's privileged. You must have had some money.
On doing the absolute worst things. We have that all exposed today on the Legal Mindset.
PlayStation child, man.
Beyond Judge, of course, I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney
It
over here.
was free online
in Asia. And this has been really a crazy story. And the more you crack into it, the more we crack into it. It's really cool. You're going to need to watch the live for evil. Now, the first thing is, of course, I want to do a little refresher on our campaign. Of course, this is Stop the Pokemon Company International, and we're also tagging the Japanese company tags. Once again, I'm going to say this several times, but it's very important to tag the Japanese company because we need to get the attention of Japan.
Okay.
Right now, the Japanese company is not aware of how crazy it's going in the United States. They don't really know. They don't really have close oversight in the organizational structure.
Man, this video's not doing well, man. It was only 4 hours ago. Never mind. Check out Legal Mindset.
Say, hey, you guys do your thing over there in America, but don't embarrass us. Well, they're embarrassing them. And we need to make it clear to the Japanese company and to the Japanese side of things that this is absolutely going the wrong way. We need to get their attention, and we need to make sure that they know what's going on. So we're going to engage in whatever behavior is necessary to get these things done. The requests are really simple. Settle the lawsuit with Power World, right? It's better to coexist than to legally destroy competition. They can both exist. They're
not gonna listen to us. They care more about money and trying to monopolize their market. They don't care.
Reason why they need to go and try to crush this company, other than some zealous, crazy attempt to control the entire genre, to control everything that even remotely looks like Pokemon at all. Also, to cease the lawfare against the modding community. The precedent that they will set will stop modding pretty much forever when it's applied to other cases. Once again, people, Pokemon Company, right? Well, you might be able to.
They're trying to go after modders too, like people that mod games. And all that stuff is free. Like, what do you get out of stopping somebody that's literally doing something for free? They do it as a hobby to make the game better. They enhance the gameplay experience.
Defend them. You need to understand that when we talk about cases, we're looking at the big picture. We're looking at the law, because as you see in the law, one little case can change everything, not just in the country, but in the world, because IP is global. These are considerations all around the world. These impacts are massive for gaming, and it cannot be understood.
I mean, if Nintendo sues Power World and somehow wins against Power World using their makeshift patents that they made on some of the stuff, then other developers are going to just do the exact same thing. It's going to be a circle of death. That's really what it's going to be. It's going to be a complete and total shift in the games that we know today.
I'm not understanding this at all whatsoever. They also need to cease the patent trolling behavior. They're engaging in registering overly broad patents in an attempt to control the genre. And what we really want them to do is go back to the original vision.
They have to be broad, because if they're too specific, the court's just going to throw it out.
Go back to the vision of the creators, right? Go back to the original people. But what the normal Pokemon is doing, what the modern Pokemon is doing
is garbage.
They are destroying
They're garbage,
the old
dude.
Pokemon. They have made the original people, the original vision. They've destroyed it. They perverted it, and they made them into villains. So we're going to show you, excuse me there, I need to get my water, but we're going to show you how they are tearing this company down and destroying everything we love. So I'm going to get into it real quick. What can we do? What's the strategy? Once again, the American branch has gone wild with litigation DI. The Japanese company is giving them almost no oversight. If you guys have listened to my coverage of Niji Sanji, the VTuber companies, very, very similar to what I've covered with those guys. As you saw with Niji Sanji, the blackest of black companies, right?
Yeah.
They really didn't care. They really don't care about their overseas foreign brands, similar with many other VTuber companies, which are big Japanese corporations. Remember, there's a cultural aspect to
usually a company will have a location set up in a foreign country to use their laws to help out with just about any kind of case. That's usually why they do that. They will, it happens a lot in the US as well with a lot of these big companies with the opioid epidemic that we had before the newer one where it's all being brought in. But whenever they were trying to sell opioids through doctors and stuff, they ended up getting shut down and sued into the ground, but they were able to get out of a lot of the lawsuits because they had places in, like, for example, Texas, that you can't sue a company, you can only sue an individual. So they like loopholed themselves out of it and got away from a lot of the lawsuits that affected a lot of people's lives.
These corporations operate like this. They're very hands-off with their branches. Of a barb at the current chief counsel. I can sense a little tension there, but what we must do is cause public embarrassment legally. Once again, I'm encouraging everybody. Let me be very, very clear about this. We need to engage in this campaign in a legal, peaceful way, in a way that's respectful but legal. Right? Memes are legal. Right?
He must be a Republican.
Now it's legal in America. So one of the big things
I never thought I'd say that. That's sad.
Is that we can make memes that are considered disrespectful.
Why can't this new generation that's doing all this death and violence? Why can't they just go back to watching Coco Melon and like eating glue? Like, is it just not tasty enough? Do we need to put sugar and glue to make it tastier? Like at this point, come on.
Respectful to the Japanese in America. So Japanese company, use the kanji. It'll be in the description below. Look, like it's gonna be epic because that meeting is going to be the most uncomfortable thing ever. Trust me, I'm a corporate attorney for the Pokemon company. That's what we want. And the Japanese are going to be like, what the fuck? Like it's going to
what's going on?
Have anything to explain for it. They're going to say, well, we thought suing everybody was great. We thought the strategy was amazing. We thought it was great. Well, we think DEI is great too. We think kicking kids out of card games is amazing. That's great for us, right? That's great for the Pokemon company. That's what we want. And the Japanese are going to be like, what the fuck? Like it's going to be epic because that meeting is going to be the most uncomfortable thing ever. Trust me, I'm a corporate attorney. I've been general counsel. I've worked with big corporations. When these parent companies abroad find this out, there will be a reckoning in that boardroom. I do not want to be a fly on the wall on that call. That is going to be so awkward. And let's make it awkward for them because they've decided to engage in this campaign of bullying the little guy, of picking on the small company. They thought they could pick on Power World and beat up on them. They thought they can beat up on modders. They thought they can beat up on the freaking Super Mario supermarket in Costa Rica. Yes, that's a real thing.
That's
a real thing.
crazy.
They did that. That's insane, crazy litigation. So what we got to do especially is go after the sacred Pokemon execs, especially the Japanese ones, because by memeing them, once again, these are friendly memes. They're under US law. We find it friendly. They find it disrespectful culturally, right? Once again, you have to understand Japanese culture here. Anybody who's really in Japan or been to Japan, like I have, like many of my friends who live there, know this is the way. This is the way to do it. You got to poke them where they're sensitive just to wake them up. Once again, we just want to wake them up. And once they're woken up, once the problem is fixed, we'll go back to being super respectful. We'll go back to being cool. We'll go back to making good games and fair criticism. But for now, we got to meme them. So what do? We engage in fair use criticism under American law. We have videos criticizing them. We have memes. One of the big targets, I think, that you guys can go for, create memes and everything else, is Tsunekaze Ishihara. Okay. That's going to really get under their skin. We got to paint him as the Giovanni or the Gary, right? He's got to be the top villain here in all of the memes because that's going to wake the Japanese up. Tagging that on X, tagging that on Twitter, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, everywhere else, every single platform. We got to be making memes out here until they ask what the heck is going on. The other thing you can do is contact your political representatives. This is very, very important because
can they even do anything? I feel like they can't even do anything
to be stopped. You need to call them up and say, what the hell is the Pokemon Company International doing with their patents? Why are these getting rubber stamped? What's going on in the patent office? Hey, we representatives. Use these specific tags. Remember, this is the change there
I'm kind of
that's
shocked.
happening at Nintendo that just got announced today. Once again, Nintendo does these audience out there. I'm going to, oh, baby, we can keep it up for days. I can keep my PP up for days.
What the fuck?
You can count on that. Hold on. I got a new reaction that may go with that. Objection. Lawsuit
What the hell,
profits either
dude?
way. We all profit either way. They can the DEI initiative.
That's crazy.
They cannot tolerate anybody who doesn't accept their religion. And forcing a child to accept your religion or pronouns is not okay. There are many people of different religions, other, ESG, DEI initiative.
To get off my screen. Get off my screen. Who laughed when asked for preferred pronouns, booted for Pokemon card tournament. Damn, that's crazy.
They cannot tolerate non-binary judge cutting his tournament run short for a bizarre reason. The teenager said he never meant to offend anyone and was close to tears when disqualified. Literally, the guy's it's a teenager. You're picking on a child. You have a judge who's supposed to be neutral, right? Judges are supposed to be neutral, but instead they have these any place, anytime. That is a DI ESG thing, right? That's it. That's all. This, and mind you, this was not an instance where this teenager like misgendered the judge, right? The judge had a plaque that said, call me they, them. And they called it, they called them it or something like that. That wasn't what happened here, right? They just laughed at the question. That's a much different issue. That's much different.
It's kind of sad that you got so angry at a child for laughing at your stupidity because you want to do all this weird pronoun crap. It's sad when the kids have more mental brain power than the adults. What a world to be in, right, boys?
So he even said laughed nervously at that.
I can't even after that. That hurts my brain, dude. That's crazy. The absolute insanity to that. Salty bitch. Oh, here we go.
Protests expected today here in New York City as Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will be speaking at the United
I thought it was supposed to be yesterday. Was it not yesterday? Is it today?
Nations. He's expected to condemn countries who recently recognized Palestinian statehood. Meanwhile, President Trump is pushing back on the possibility of Israel annexing all the West Bank.
I will not allow Israel to annex the West Bank. No, I will not allow it. It's not going to happen. There's been enough. It's time to stop now.
Retired four-star General Jack Keane just returned from Israel and joins us now to tell us what he found out. General, what should we know about the operation in Gaza City and the mood in Israel itself?
Yeah, well, a couple of things. First of all, I've never seen such pro-American attitude among the population in Israel. It's always
kind of sad to hear that, isn't it? We can't. I mean, there's pro-American here, but
it's been solid. But it's really over the top as a result of the United States supporting Israel unequivocally with weapons and also with that decisive attack. And the praise for President Trump is everywhere you go, once they recognize that we're Americans. And by the way, Fox News and Fox Business plays 24/7 there, so they're very familiar with what we're talking about right now. Think of this. Lebanon is now talking, and when they do normalization with Lebanon, all is positive.
I
Pay
thought,
to another
I thought
country.
this was about Russia. Trump made public decision to part with Putin. That's what I want. I want that.
Voluntarily. Listen to Putin interfere with him, take a strong stand.
Great.
I compare him to Churchill. Absolute resolve and determination to focus on what the real objectives are, and will let nothing interfere with him in accomplishing those objectives.
Yeah. And if
Roosevelt, President Trump, supporting him down the
distinguishing Russia. In fact, it's very much
Russia has been fighting aimlessly for 3.5 years, a war that should have taken a real military. Damn! Less than a week to win. That's what I was saying before. That's what I was saying. Because it's taken Russia so long and they've lost ground to the Ukraine. it makes Putin look really bad. It makes him look weak. That's why he keeps fighting, is because he knows how bad it looks for him.
Much makes them look like a paper tiger. It looks like he's been reading the Institute Study of War. Do you think this is the president's new resolve? And do you think that he sees what Putin's doing? A thug that can't be trusted.
Yeah, he's come to this conclusion, certainly after the Alaska summit. He knows full well that what Putin told him, that he was willing to meet with Zelensky and then have a three-party meeting following that. And, you know, within 24 hours, his people are saying, oh, there was never any commitment. So President Trump...
Damn, so he got stood up. Trump got stood up by Putin, and now he's mad.
He said in Truth Social for some time. But what this reflects is his public decision to part with Putin. And that's what this is all about. And the follow-on to that certainly will be what we think it should be and what the president has talked about.
This is not looking good, boys. This is looking rough.
All the buyers of oil and gas, these are U.S. sanctions, to be sure. And upgun Ukraine, make certain that they can crush that.
Bro, this is not looking good. This is not looking good at all. We are inching our way towards that war, though, aren't we? There we go. We got visual steering. Check them out. Check out visual steering. Damn, everyone's views are fucking eating shit, man. Yo, my views have gone down quite a bit, too. What the fuck's going on with the algorithm, bro? Like, my views have just eaten shit. His, too? Like, that's kind of crazy. That's insane. Dude, ever since August, like, look at the difference here. This was 12 days ago, 9 days ago, today, like yesterday. That's insane. 2 weeks ago. The fuck is going on with the algorithm, bro? It's like all over the place. See, like, look how consistent it was. Oh, well, hold on. Maybe it wasn't consistent for this poor channel. There has to be a point where it was consistent. 530, 200, 1.7. That's so weird. How inconsistent everything is. It's so inconsistent now. I don't know what's going on, dude. That's crazy.
We've all been there.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I find out a teacher did this to my kid. I think a kick to the nuts is the least they're gonna have to worry about. I'm gonna show up to that school, and I'm going to jail. I promise you, I'm going to jail.
We've all been
look at what he's doing.
That one teacher
Boom!
who pushes you just a little too far. But sometimes
So this is when students snap back at rude teachers.
Just take it. They snap right back. Get ready, because class is officially in session, and the students are running the show.
Ooh! I love this guy.
Forget diplomas. This kid handed out insults like candy. Dad gave him the only exit exam he needed. Straight out the door.
Good afternoon, parents. Good afternoon, boys and girls. Shut the up. Hey.
Not nice.
No, thank
Oh, that's a bit rough.
you. You need to leave? No. Okay. Oh, yeah, he's out.
Jesus, that's crazy. Okay.
This student didn't just snap back. He snapped desks, equipment, and probably his GPA. The class learned nothing except how to dodge office furniture.
Hey!
I actually had an instance of something like, not like this in high school, but like, so to give you an idea, I was going through, people were scared of me in high school. I don't know why. Well, I mean, I know why, but people were like terrified of me. But I was like I was shredded, man. I was a big dude. I was 5'6", and I was jacked, man. Like I would move my arm up and you could see veins, like big ass veins coming out of my arms. It wasn't like the skinny boy veins. It was like I had this one vein that would just pop out right here. That was like a weightlifter vein, right? It was like right here. And I was just shredded. I was shredded in high school. And so this one teacher, she was new. She was new that year. And she had just gotten this like phone, I guess. And she left it on her desk. And it came up missing. And I already didn't like the way this lady taught because she made it to where, so for half the class period, you have to oh, that's fun. Dog whisperer. I always thought those were weird. So like for half the class period, she would make half the students go to the no, actually not even for half the class period, for the whole class period, she would make half the students go to one side and do like this writing stuff, and then the other half would go to the other side and do different writing stuff. And then whenever the damn near when the bell would ring, you would have to go and then like talk and try to get the information from the other people. And I was like, this is stupid. And she would wait until like like everyone would finish, right? Long before the end of the bell, but she made everyone stand around. And I was like, I'm not going to stand here and do this anymore. This is stupid. So I walked to the other side and I started doing it. She got so mad. She was like, I don't want you doing this. And I was like, I don't care. Go away. Right? And then the phone came up missing and she was like, I have an idea of who did it. And da 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 da. But I'm going to sit here and do this. I'm going to make you guys wait till after because until my phone's returned. And I was like, I ain't here for that. I am not here for that. So like the bell rang and she tried to hold everybody back because she was doing that weird assignment thing where she was trying to keep everyone back so that way we could sit there and do all that. I was like, nah, I'm going to my next class. I did everything. And you know why I did everything? Because I ignored her and I just did the entire thing. Like, I was 18 at the time. I was couch hopping, just trying to get through high school. I had, my whole plate was full. And I just did not. And she got up and she's like, you're not going anywhere. And she stood in front of me. And I just stared at her. She was like this tall to me. I just stared at her like everyone was looking at us, dude. I stared at her, straight at her stomach. And then I looked up at her and I said, okay. And then I just walked around her. And then one of the guys that was in that class with me was in the next class. He's like, dude, I thought you was going to truck the shit out of her. And I was like, nah, she ain't worth it. She ended up trying to get me written up for leaving the class. So check this out. I get called into the office the next day. And the lady that called me in, she took one look at it. She tore it up in front of me and said, you can go back to class. And I was like, what was that about? She was like, oh, you were just getting written up for skipping class, but I know what happened. We saw it, so don't worry about it. And I was like, oh, okay, thanks. The bell rang, dude. You're not skipping class if the bell rang. You have to go to your next class. That's how it works. No. But she ended up getting her stupid phone back, but I just... And she was like, yeah, the person that took it, I knew that they would return it. And I'm just like, well, that's great, but why are you trying to punish everybody for the mistake of one? That makes no sense.
What's the matter here?
Damn!
Yo!
He's just destroying so much property.
Oh, watch out, boy. Oh, he drove.
Damn.
Forget attendance.
This guy. So this guy, he actually got up and walked out after he grilled the teacher. Apparently, he didn't want all the social media stuff that had happened to him. He went viral. He did not like it at all. They did an interview with him recently, and he said, yeah, I've got like a normal job. And he's like, I just didn't like how that lady was teaching. It didn't feel right. And he let his thought be known, and he got taken out of the class.
This guy showed up just to roast his professor in front of everyone. Honestly, he might deserve extra credit for honesty.
You're just getting mad because I'm pointing out the obvious and you choose. No, I'm not wasting your time. I'm telling you what you need to do. You want kids to come in your class, you want them to get excited for this, you gotta come in here, you gotta make them excited. You want a kid to change and start doing better, you gotta touch his freaking heart. Can't expect a kid to change if all you do is just tell him. You gotta take this job serious. This is the future of this nation. And when you come in here, like you did last time, and make a statement about, oh, this is my paycheck, indeed it is. But this is my country's future and my education.
That's right.
Yes, the perfect place for a dramatic meltdown.
Jesus.
A classroom at 10 a.m. Who needs Netflix?
Bro, ain't no way in hell my mom would ever look at that and not... Bro, I wouldn't have an ass left. I would not have an ass left if I did something like this.
When algebra
There's
class
no
has better plot
way.
twists.
I wouldn't be able to sit down.
You want to talk about something? Come on. But that's not how you talk.
You know she does this at home. There's no way. That, like... There is no way that anybody that's getting disciplined at home would ever go... Like, I would never have... I had ADHD so bad that I had troubles, man. But I'd never, ever would do something like this. I would just be crying thinking about my mom the minute that she would walk through that door. At how, no, sir. Hell no.
He wanted respect, but all he got was a one-way ticket to the principal's office and a cracked screen. At least he'll be famous on TikTok.
Dude. Must be joking. I will take something else and I'll write a referral for stealing. Seriously. Oh, you want to write a referral? Yeah.
Oh!
Forget biology class. This kid just discovered the Wolfpack playbook. Declaring yourself the alpha doesn't work when the teacher still controls the grades.
This punishment stuff is going to stop.
You're not going to tell me what I'm going to do and not do?
I am now the alpha.
Not
what?
How this works. I am the teacher.
The alpha takes priority over the teacher.
Oh, okay, I get, okay. He's not all there. I can hear it in his voice. Okay.
Take priority over everything. Do you not?
I've actually had an incident where someone like this was in a classroom and a guy had accidentally dropped a coin next to somebody who was like this. Bro went off. And he said it was an accident. He's like, dude, I just accidentally dropped this coin. And he thought he thought that the guy threw it at him, and he's Jewish, so like he took it as an insult. But he, like I said, he's not all there. Like, he slapped the coin out of the guy's hand, and he's like, "What the hell?" And he just went off, and he ended up getting removed from the class because of that. He got into a lot of trouble.
The teacher is telling the alpha to sit in this seat right now.
And the alpha doesn't have to listen to orders from its lower.
Well, you don't have to listen, but the consequences that follow.
This student didn't just cross the line, he snatched it right off her head. The wig went flying while the classroom screamed like they had seen a ghost.
Damn. That is just wrong. That's so embarrassing. That's awful.
This was was in music class, but he made sure everyone got a free concert. Sadly, the encore was cancelled by the principal.
You see, this stuff would stop if, like, with online ID. For sure. God, that's awful, bro. The least you could do is do it right. That sounds awful. The hell?
Imagine snapping this hard over fruit. This teacher wasn't teaching math or history. She was teaching No Pomegranates 101.
Standard rule. Say it. No pomegranates. Come on. No pomegranates. No pomegranates. No pomegranates. None.
Watch as frustration finally boils over when a teacher catches a student glued to his phone. In one shocking move, he grabs it and smashes it to the floor.
I researched a whole bunch of studies on there. I offered you guys the extra credit deal, and
damn.
Teacher thought the death stare would work, but this student wasn't having it. She stood up, called her bluff, and flipped the intimidation card right back.
I can tell you're trying to intimidate me, but I don't quite care. I'm sorry, ma'am, but I was trying to help my friend. Are you going to send us to the office?
Yeah!
Dang.
This more
If you're going to say something to me, I'd rather you say it now than keep staring at me.
Ooh.
I do think that that's really weird. Why wouldn't, like, I've had a teacher do that to me as well. I just ignored them because I was also doing the exact same thing for somebody behind me who didn't understand because she was a terrible teacher. And I just ignored them until they said something. I'm really good at that. I will ignore you. I don't care.
Oh my god.
Forget group projects. This was a group meltdown. One student screaming about ruined friendships, while the backup teacher played referee like it was recess drama.
What the hell did I do to you? Calm the fuck down, okay? Calm the fuck down. Everything. Okay. So, shut up! You ruined my shit! She asked me what happened, so shut your mouth!
Yo, she ran off like a 5-year-old. What?
Forget raising your hand. This student raised his voice and told the teacher to take a seat. That's one way to flip classroom roles.
You go there.
All right!
Sit down. Okay?
You go sit down!
What's it doing? Why you told me?
You go sit down!
That's kind of crazy, dude. I couldn't imagine that. I couldn't imagine being in a classroom where a student's gonna sit there and try to do that to a teacher. That's insane to me.
Down, all right? You come up to me like that? Who the f do you think you are? Yeah,
What did he say? I want to know what he said. What did he say? Something obviously set the student off. What did it?
Forget.
Because I guarantee you the administration would look at that and ask what he said. What did he say?
This student raised his voice and told the teacher to take
a There's more to the story than what's being led on, I guarantee you.
seat.
You don't just get, like, I've gotten that mad from being called, like, a name. So I'm so curious to know what that teacher said to that student.
That's one way to flip classroom roles.
Yo, I have put 3 holes in a wall from a retarded neighbor that was a Karen. And, I called the police on her and everything, dude. It was crazy, but, like, she called me a bastard. I put 3 holes in the wall, and I went out there, and I screamed at somebody like I ain't never screamed at It felt so good too. It felt so good. Just to let out all that anger. But like, did you ain't fit to come over to someone's house and then call them a name?
You go there.
All right.
Sit down. Okay?
You go
I'm
sit
so
down.
curious to see how this.
You go sit down. All right. You come up to me like that. Who the f do you think you are? Yeah, twitch your little face. Turn around.
That's the problem now, is that you can't really whip children in school, and I think that's a good thing because there are too many bad teachers now. Used to, there were still bad teachers, but now that it's more widespreadly known how bad some of these teachers are, it makes more sense why they took it out.
Don't raise your fist like that, Dr. Shu. Do it again. I'm not playing. All right.
All that yelling over one phone? Apple really does know how to start drama. Steve Jobs would be proud.
Knock off the attitude. You have to get there.
Yo, I was pretty good with my little like $30 Kroger phone. The only time I ever almost had my phone taken away in school, because I like I said, I was there to learn, dude. Like the vice principals and the principal loved me there at my high school. They knew that I was there to graduate, dude. Like I was like, I'm ready to get this over with. I want to get this over with because I didn't go to middle school, so like, and my grades were phenomenal for somebody that didn't go to middle school. And they loved me, dude. They were like, yeah, no, you just do you. But I was taking a woodsmithing class, or a wood shop is what it was called. And he obviously had a problem with me being on my phone, but I was like, it's because my mom's going through surgery right now, and I'm supposed to be getting a text message, and he's like, oh, he's like, why didn't you just say that? And I was like, I kind of felt like, it felt irresponsible to be on my phone. So that's why I was like, it's kind of one of those like guilty things of like, I want to say something, but I don't want it to be it feels like an excuse to be on my phone, if that makes sense. That's what I didn't want it to be.
I had to sit in here when you somebody said to put it away. Don't yell at me, Miss Ann. Don't yell at me for real. Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me.
I agree with that. You should never, ever raise your voice to a student. I was a school bus driver, so like, you don't put your hands on students, and you don't ever raise your voice at a student. That is the quickest way to get fired.
I'm not going to do this. Don't yell at me. Keep calling me. It's not that deep. True, it's not that deep. It's true. I didn't tell you were using it, so don't put words in my mouth.
The class expected algebra, but they got an audio performance instead. Honestly, she might ace debate club after this.
What am I distracting them? Exactly. Because I'm tired, I'm fed up, and I done had my last stroke with you, Mr. Huddleston. I come to school to learn, not to be treated like I'm a little kid. I take care of my damn self. So guess what? I want to learn something from you. Y'all went on strike for a whole week to get paid to teach us, and now you here and you want to teach? Me, you better teach something.
You don't know what's going on in these kids' lives. My ex that is a high school teacher said that quite a bit. She's like, you don't know what's going on in these kids' lives. So anything you can do to make it easier for them is kind of a blessing in disguise. Because you don't know what they could be going through between abusive parents, having to work at an early age. You just don't know what they could be going through. They could have loved ones that have passed away. So anything you can do to just make it easier on them is what you should be striving as a teacher to become. Knowledge is what they're seeking, and that's why they're there. You should make it easy to attain. Because half of the journey is already done. They got there. They're there to learn. I can't really live by that mentality anymore, bro. I can't live by that mentality of respect your elders. I've been fucked over too many times in my life by somebody older than me. By somebody like just trying to get money. I can't live by that mentality. That's why I stopped doing this yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. If I have a kid, they're not going to be trained in that. Because it trains their mind and their mentality to become submissive to whatever is in their face. And being a parent, in my opinion, involves making them be ready to take on and tackle anything in their life that comes, in their life after they leave your household. That includes, and this is the reason why I say this, that includes manager harassment, that includes being overworked, that includes being unable to say, I don't like this, fuck you. Now, an attitude problem is different. But for the most part, you can instill the fear of God in a child and still have that mentality of knowing when it's okay to say no to something, even if it's as minuscule as being overworked or, them obviously trying to get you fired in some way, shape, or form. A lot of that has to do with like the workforce. School is a different scenario, but work, a lot of these kids that grow up, like I was one of them that didn't know how often I was being fucked over because they would give you a lot of things that you have to do that they wouldn't give to anybody else, right? Because they could rely on you. But then after they overwork you to the point where you can no longer do it, they try to fire you. That's the problem. It's different now than it has been ever. You have to really prepare your child to take on the world in a way that has never really been done before. Because this world, it has only gotten 20x worse since we were kids. Like even as kids, we knew it was bad, but it's only gotten obviously way worse.
A point, but all he made was extra paperwork.
Because you got to be willing to call out a bad teacher. You got to be willing to make that step of you're given two shit situations and they're like, these are your alternatives, pick, and you just be like, no, fuck you. There's always a third or fourth alternative. There is. It may not be the one that benefits the person that's giving you the ultimatum. It may not be it may not be you even. But taking two shit alternatives is not an alternative. It's never a victory. And you should never accept it or play in that mentality. Because it's disgusting and it's disrespectful to you and your character.
Principle.
You should, at this point in our society, if you have to do something you're not okay with just to make ends meet, in a system that you already can't make ends meet, you might as well just go with your own self-morality. It makes you more human. Don't end up like me at the age of 30 who's so desensitized by selling your own morality that you just don't care anymore. Because that's what they want. They want you to sell everything. Even your own humanity. Just to make a buck. It's disgusting.
I don't care. You tell me shut up, I'm gonna tell you shut up right back. Because you do nothing, bro. Nothing. Stop abusing your authority. Stop abusing your authority, bro, because it ain't gonna work. Get out. Get in. I'm standing right here. Go call Mr. Morrow. And I can deal with his ass. It's not hard. I don't know why y'all teachers really think that y'all scare people. Y'all don't, bro.
It's not scary. I don't want to hear y'all abusive language. Just get out the classroom.
Self-control when you've got reflexes. That arm smack was a first-class ticket to the principal's office.
Oh! Deal with me.
You're right. Because you touched me. I did not touch you.
No. No, actually, you touched her.
With me.
And that's what this video would show right here. Like,
office.
see, there it is.
Deal with me.
You're right. Cause you touched me. I did not touch you.
But you did. That's crazy.
Forget math class. This was insult class 101. Teacher failed, principal failed, and the student passed with flying colors in roasting.
That's all you ever do is complain. You're even worse than Mr. Kid.
Guys and girls, I would like to tell them.
Thank you.
Let's go, girls.
Shut up, Skylar. Anything. And you, Mr. Cunningham, are
She turned that class into a
Oh, I remember this.
on respect real quick. And the teacher definitely didn't volunteer to be the opening act.
Hey! I told you to stop calling me a he. Oh, no. I am a she, her.
Calm down.
No, don't tell me to calm down.
Calm
You
down.
disrespecting me.
Calm down.
No, you disrespecting me.
Okay.
All right, I'm tired. I told you so.
The way you're acting is not cool in my classroom.
I don't care.
Calm
The
down.
way you disrespect
Calm
me is not
down.
cool. I told you so many times. I am not a he.
Your name is Joshua.
I don't care.
Your
I
name
don't
is
care.
Joshua.
Watch as this teacher uploads a rant in another language.
See, this is the kind of stuff I would absolutely, if I saw this, me and that teacher we'd be fighting. I'd be going to jail. It'd be just like what happened to Psycho Stu, brother. We'd be fighting, motherfucker. You put your, like, look at what he does to this little girl.
But the girl's reply needed no translation. One clean shake.
Watch this.
Это ты, запомни. Это ты. Это ты. А ну не хрить. Не надо хрить.
That's what you get, bitch.
What started as a simple classroom moment escalated into a full battle of words. Everyone in the room felt the shift.
Don't forget, yes, sir.
Honestly, I want to know from you and for everyone in this class, you have a 1.4 on Rate My Professor.
You're talking about a website right now, Rate My Professor. We
Yes.
are in class.
I'm not even in this class.
I finished rule number 1. We are about to go on with the lecture, and come on. That is a junk website, all right? It's the worst of the students.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not even in this class.
What
I've been
are you
going around
doing?
to the
Sit down now.
I've been going around to the worst teachers'
This
classrooms
is my classroom.
and
My
helping
classroom.
you out. I hate
Sit
reading.
down now. Let's get started.
It has
with the
original
material.
content.
This
Damn.
is less education and more
That
entertainment.
actually matters because that's a college course. So like, I would want to know that. I would want to know like how good the professors are.
Welcome to the School Talent Show. Today's act, pure chaos.
Be appreciative if you could have a sit down with Angel and tell him what his job is as a student and not to act like a fool.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, that's kind of crazy, bro.
Nothing like screaming at your teacher to really boost your GPA. That's definitely how
professor.
you pass finals.
Supposed to take the whole hour class period. I work quick. You work quick. Okay. What AI are we using today? Math. Anybody guess? I'm not. Yeah, don't move your laptop. Fill out this worksheet for me with the YouTubes. You're getting a 0 in this class. Are you fucking serious? You're done. You're absolutely done. You're getting an X out. I've told you. I've told you. Out. Get out. Security.
Damn, bro. Oh, he throws a chair. Oh, no, he doesn't.
Bro.
What did you think was gonna happen?
Hey, what is happening? I just broke my phone.
And that's it for when
Yo,
students
W
snap
visual
back-
steering. W visual steering. Great video as always. 267 views, man. What the fuck is going on with YouTube? That is insanity. What the hell is going on with YouTube? Hold on, let me see something. Where is Charlie? Because you know what happened last time? That the smaller, like someone like me, a smaller YouTuber, saw the shock in how the views have been just plummeting, and then the bigger YouTubers felt it. So I wonder how long it's going to take for the bigger YouTubers to feel it. I noticed my views have been like plummeting as well. Damn, he's looking like it too. Yeah, see like 2 million, 2 million, 1 million, 1 million, and then like one day ago, 394K. This one got 1 million. This one's 754, 500. So I wonder how long it's going to take for these guys to start feeling it and then talking about it. Something's going on with YouTube's algorithm. I don't know what it is, but it's jacked. What the fuck? I don't see anything else.
I'm
Okay.
not going to
Once
give
you provide
my
the documents.
information
Okay.
if I did not commit.
Check out Body Cam Watch. Awesome channel. Check them out. Send them a like. This was uploaded 2 days ago.
It's a crime.
That's fine.
On April 20th, 2025, an officer stopped a vehicle for having an obscured license plate.
What did I do, man? Are you stopping me because I'm a trans woman?
Okay, first of all, I'm Officer Transit with the Orlando Police Department. Do you have your license and registration?
Do I have to give you this? What is the infractions I did?
That's not how
I'm
this
a
works.
thoracic
Give me your
surgeon.
license and registration and proof
Bro,
of
we
insurance.
already off to a bumpy start. Jesus.
Well, no, the reason why I stopped me.
As soon as you provide the documents I've requested, no, ma'am, that's not how this works.
That used to be how it worked, and then they patched that one out. Yeah, they patched that DLC out, bro. That's not a thing. They patched that bug out of the law. I think there's only like 2 states now that you can refuse to give your. There's 2 states now that you can refuse to give your ID and stuff when you're pulled over unless there's a probable cause. But they patched that out so quick when people started using that.
Cardiac surgeon,
please?
and I didn't do nothing wrong. Nothing wrong.
Okay.
Okay? You just hit me because you saw my face.
Ma'am, I've never even met you.
Okay.
I don't know who you are. Do you have your license, registration, and proof of insurance? I'm going to ask you one more time, and then this is going to go a completely different way.
You're going to arrest me?
If
Yeah.
you refuse to give me the documents I've requested, yes,
If
we're
you
going to go
tell
down
me
that
what
route.
is my infractions, I will give you
That's
my
not how that works.
No, that's how exactly.
This is
it
my
works.
traffic stop,
I
and you
know.
are not going to dictate
And
how
I am
this
not-
is done.
Ma'am, officer. Dear ma'am, I am not complaining about you stopping me. I'm asking you my right to know why you have stopped me.
And
What is my
I've
infraction?
already explained to you 3 times now.
I am not going to
Once
give you
you provide
my
the documents.
information
Okay.
if I did not commit
fine.
a crime.
That's fine.
Period.
Okay.
Because you are discriminating on me.
Okay.
Okay. Here's my driver license. That's the only thing I'm going to give you. Just to verify who you're dealing with. I'm very well known here.
Okay.
And I'm going to call Betty Meyer right now.
Why
as
do you-
we're speaking.
Okay.
The mayor.
Why do you have 3
You-
different licenses?
Did you just hear what I said?
That's
I
interesting.
didn't, actually.
You didn't, because you don't care. See, you don't care about people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
No.
Can I see your other ones as well,
No,
please?
you cannot.
It's a crime to have more than one.
This is not a crime.
Okay.
This is my license, and
Oh.
I'm not going to give it to you.
Okay. Do you have the registration and proof of insurance as well? Miss Maria?
First of all, I'm a doctor. And
Okay.
I earned that because I study anti-video physics. And I saved so many officers shot in the chest. And I regret it since I met you.
Okay.
What
I'm
the
sorry
hell?
that way. Big stink out of this.
I'm sorry
you feel that way.
I did not do nothing.
Okay.
You just stopped me because I was low.
You know what's crazy is there's so many people that actually have this mentality like this person has. And it's just a matter of time before a police officer stumbles upon them. It's kind of scary to think about, ain't it?
On the red because the guy was telling me that my right tire is leaking.
Okay.
Shame on you.
Okay.
What the
It's a temporary permit. Yes, it is a registration.
This is a temporary permit receipt.
Uh-oh.
The registration comes from the
why
tax.
are you doing this to me?
It comes from the tax
Honestly,
collector's office.
Why are you doing this to me? I live right there.
Ooh.
Okay, I own-
That's why she's acting the way she's acting. She done got caught.
I can't
She done got
on Fairview.
Now
You
she's gonna
might be
break down and
shaking in
cry.
my boots for nothing I committed.
She gonna
Please
break.
stop it. I'm
She's
asking
gonna break
you,
down and
please.
cry now.
On
Watch.
my knees. Stop
Can I
it.
also get a supervisor, please?
Ooh. And you know, just for your record, I'm coming from my husband, which is dying. Just for your record. Okay? And I'm sorry that I am out of my mind. It just happened.
Okay. Do you have your proof of
I
insurance?
can't stand this new mentality that these people have adopted. It's an adopted mentality of, woe is me, I'm the victim, and that's the reason why I'm acting like a piece of crap. Bro, like, or like, oh, I'm drunk, so I went and did this horrible thing. And it's like, no, man, like, no. You're still going to be held accountable for whatever you do that's wrong.
Listen, I have never been stopped in my life. This is my first time. My first time. Check my records.
That's the first time, then it probably won't be your last if you get out of
This
this.
is my other car. I have 5 cars.
As you can see, her tag is flipped up, clearly indicating that there's no way to read the tag.
Oh, that's why she
This is
got
out of
stopped.
Missouri.
Okay, there we go. Well, there's your reason right there.
Okay, but at no point does it say that we're required to explain anything to you about the reason for the stop.
I want to be explained. I asked, why did you stop me?
Well, that would be an explanation, right? I just told you 3
Oh no!
times. Your license plate is tucked up in.
Oh, he's trying to logic with her. It's never gonna work, brother. You're feeding a game that you're never gonna win. Stop playing
your
it.
Mercedes symbol.
Okay, so that is what
Yeah.
the Orlando Police Department stopped a cardiothoracic surgeon on his way from the hospital. Right?
How do they know where it's coming from? All they know about is the fact that they couldn't see your license plate. They don't care about any of that other stuff. They're trying to figure out why you're acting belligerent, why you're acting the way you're acting, and then they're trying to figure out also why the car doesn't have, registration, and why your license plate is flipped up. That's what they're
Because
trying to figure
you don't
out.
like the Mercedes, you don't like the face, and my plate is covered, which I don't even know because this is a brand new car.
Oh boy.
Supervisor's on the way, so.
And we just ship from.
I'm good either way.
She is following me from the. Listen music just to be distracted.
Yeah.
He was insisting.
I'm
There was a
actually
red light,
surprised that they got up out of the
That's what
vehicle,
was started to basically follow me like 1 inch behind. I noticed from the things, but
sure.
He was so I just turned the blue light. I said, I'm here. And I have the document insisting, put the hands on the gun.
Okay.
I'm not, but
Right up into that.
It was completely tucked under it, so
Yeah.
you couldn't see it.
On purpose.
Cor-
No way that
correct.
happens on accident.
and this person is treating me like I'm a piece of crap.
Okay. Don't have everything situated yet. It takes
No,
it
I
takes some
got the
time.
document there because Carmack just in the car and just arrived yesterday.
Yeah, I don't think
Just
you're
put it outside.
gonna be leaving.
There was a
I feel like there's a lot more going on here.
of Missouri.
Uh-huh.
And one of the fellowship, I got this guy, I gotta get rid of it. So, and so come back to the
Target or anything like that.
Well,
and I
I
think
know, but also,
okay.
This way. I was very nice. I don't understand that.
I understand someone like that.
What the hell did I do? I didn't. That's all.
Jesus, man.
Understand that you just got
And
the
I
car,
understand. I understand that there are, but you also have to see the record of the person that you stop. I mean, it's not that actually, I can tell you I come from the neighbor. Okay, like it was bothering me and it was harassing me behind me when she stopped me.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
Jesus, this lady knows how to talk, man. Christ.
We don't know who anybody is. Sometimes.
Are we done?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Are you better now with them?
I don't think it's.
I'm not finished, man. I am not finished. No, I'm not. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Did I say I'm finished?
No.
That's why I was trying to come explain.
What's the citation for?
Okay. It's a criminal citation. She has to sign it. She has the court date is on the bottom.
Why
to sign where the X is.
For what reason?
The attached tag is not assigned. So this tag, as you can see, is out of Missouri. This car is not registered. It's an unregistered motor vehicle. This tag is not assigned to this vehicle.
Ooh. So she had a fake license plate to boot. Ooh, there is some suspicious crap going on here, brother.
Not the registered owner of this vehicle.
Woo!
This vehicle comes back out of Wisconsin, not Missouri.
What the fuck? So she's driving a vehicle in a different state that is registered to Missouri or Wisconsin, and then the license plate is from Missouri. What the fuck?
I just bought this car at Carmax.
Okay, well, I'm telling you what my cell type is telling me. Okay?
That is some sketch.
We're gonna look like stupid in courts because
I am shocked they're allowing her to drive off with that car.
That's not what I'm saying. I did not say the vehicle stolen. I said the tag is not assigned to the vehicle. The attached tag that you have on this vehicle is not assigned. That's
Mercedes SLKs are being assembled in Wisconsin. In fact, surprise, Wisconsin. That's where they manufacture the vehicle.
Missouri is the tag.
Yes, but that's the V number, man.
Look, 10 of 24.
I understand.
We are in April
And
of
that is
25. The vehicle is not registered.
Oh, so what the fuck? So even the tag is a year old.
That is a criminal offense. You can be going to jail.
That's fine. That's fine. I'll show you.
Instead of me taking you to jail, I wrote you a criminal citation to go to court.
No, you can take me to court if you want to.
I am.
You know, I have not done nothing. Nothing.
Man.
Take me to jail. And by the way, I'm recording. Want to go? Yeah. We'll hang. Are you gonna arrest me? Are you serious?
Yeah.
You just said you wanted to go to jail. What? It's illegal.
All right, so, wait a
You
second.
could have drove off, bro. That's so illegal. She could have been in so much trouble, and they're just gonna let her go.
Okay, I'll sign it.
No, it's too late now.
Oh, it's too late now. The supervisor said it was too late. It's so stupid. You're dumb. Oh my God, you're so stupid, lady. You're so stupid. Yo.
You're good.
Okay.
Oh man.
Sticker stab me.
Ma'am, ma'am, can we talk a little bit? Okay, I was an asshole. I was an asshole. Please. I'll sign it. Give me the book. Please. Please. Ma'am.
You can't. You have to go to jail now. You're so stupid, bro. That's so. You're so stupid, lady. You're an idiot. You're fucking dumb. You're so stupid. She was charged with resisting without violence and refusing to sign.
I'm gonna go off for a second.
We're gonna be just south of that intersection.
Damn. That is crazy. Oh my God, that is just so stupid. Oh, it's so dumb. Uh-oh. Oh.
Thank you, Katie. Wonderful woman. She must have been. To produce you indirectly, I can tell you she had to be. Tommy Tuberville, who's a great coach. And
bro, I hate that. Why's Fox do that? They have like this freaking clickbaity title, bro.
9th, 2024, officers with the Greenfield Police Department in Wisconsin were dispatched to an alert of a stolen vehicle generated by the flock camera system.
Sorry. Hold
An
on. Check out Midwest Safety. Fantastic video. Fantastic channel. Check them out, Midwest Safety. Send them a like.
On October 9th, 2024, officers with the Greenfield Police Department in Wisconsin were dispatched to an alert of a stolen vehicle generated by the flock camera system. An officer in the immediate area spotted the vehicle and began tailing it, but nothing could have prepared him for the chaos that ensued once the stolen car pulled over.
Damn. Ah, what happened?
Immediate area spotted the vehicle and began tailing it, but nothing could have prepared him for the chaos that ensued once the stolen car pulled over.
I think I remember seeing this footage. I think I remember this.
I'm with you, Sean.
Female black driver, male black passenger.
Oh, is he not gonna stop? No, he stopped. Oh. Bro, that has to be so annoying to hear that dog barking like that. All that banging.
Can we have sticks at GameStop, please?
Sticks?
I'm on it.
Driver!
Oh, so he already knew that they were going to try and run. Okay, that's interesting. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, sticks is road spikes.
He's gonna flee. He's gonna flee.
I need to report. Can you give me a report for record and clear me coming back out at FLW?
Oh, okay. Okay, so that's what happened. She got the baby, and she left, and he ran.
Is there a baby? Is there a baby in the car right now?
Damn, he is just gone.
Confirm there are no more babies in the car. No more babies. I'm out with the female. I'll call it. We are northbound.
Oh!
City of Greenfield in pursuit. Stolen. Nissan Altima, maroon in color.
Oh, it's stolen. Okay, that's what happened.
Avenue, speed,
hey, that could have been my fiance's car at any point. Though my fiance doesn't drive a Nissan Altima. She drives something else. I'm not going to say what it is, but she drives a different car. I wonder if her car will pop up in any of these. Damn, bro.
Come here. Stop. You stop. Turn around, put your hands behind your back right now.
Please don't. Let have an appointment at Clean Slate.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your baby down.
They trying to take me to
Put your baby down.
in my head.
Put your baby down. Hands behind your back.
I didn't know nothing about this.
What is Clean Slate?
Smoke, man. Smoke.
Relax. Relax.
Kenny, smoke. He's gone.
And
traffic's medium, speed 70.
Clean Slate. Oh, so she must have been a felon. It's an idiomatic phrase for a fresh start, free from past mistakes.
Hey,
it's
you can make a
probably a
phone call,
place where
okay?
you go
Give
and
me that one.
felons
No,
can
'cause I
get
don't
like
even know what the I did.
jobs and
Look at
stuff.
what she autistic. I was coming to my appointment right there.
All right, relax.
No,
It's probably a program.
It's okay.
No, because she don't know.
All right.
I didn't know what the was going on.
Okay, relax. Relax. Do you have anything on your person right now that can poke me or stick me?
No, am I going to jail?
You're probably not going to jail because you didn't have anything to do with what's going on right now. I guarantee you, she got off pretty fair.
Obviously, you're cooperating. He's not, whoever that is.
Green pursuit, eastbound 94, stolen Nissan Altima, burn in color. Traffic's medium to heavy. We were still at 60 miles an hour. Road's dry.
What's wrong with that car?
Relax, okay?
Can you tell me what's wrong with the car?
I would
need you to
react to
stop
the
talking
dog
right now,
whisperer,
okay?
but his shit's all copyrighted, just like the nanny ones. All this stuff because it's a TV show. They do not like you playing TV shows, dude. They will slap you down instantaneously. Ooh, this video here of the mayor. This is the bodies in Houston. Yeah, that's right. There's bodies in Houston, isn't there? Damn, it's 21 minutes long. I gotta like pick and choose, dude. We're already running out of time. It sucks.
This is crazy, bro.
Turn that way so I can double lock your handcuffs so they don't tighten up. What's your daughter's name?
She's non-verbal.
Okay.
And she don't
She's
mean to
okay.
do nothing.
It's okay. I'm a father. I don't mind.
Yeah, I'm secondary. I think Sean's in front of me. Still see it. Traffic's medium. Speeds are 70.
I hope I'm not going to jail. Because I didn't do shit.
Just relax, okay? Excuse me. Oh, you
Why
okay?
you not answering me?
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Let me call him back to come get my daughter. She's non-verbal.
Okay.
Oh, I don't think she realizes what's going on right now.
You being so bogus right now. Get
All
my
right.
daughter off the ground,
Okay,
man.
here. Can you stand up, baby?
She don't know what you're saying.
It's okay. It's okay. You can stand up. All right, come on, walk over here. I'm gonna have you sit in the back of the car.
Non-verbal because she got that cocoa melon pumping through her veins right now. That's why she's non-verbal.
Copy. Just gonna see if it's gonna go northbound here.
Damn, he is haul-assing, bro. He's gonzo. Oh, I see him. Now that they pointed it out. What is that? Is that a tire? Where'd that even come from?
Alright, it's slowing down, lost a tire. It's gonna lose control here.
Okay, so I guess they did spike the tires.
Because you're gonna get in big trouble.
Why am I going?
You're gonna get in big trouble.
Why
here.
am I going?
Don't make this a thing.
Why am I going?
If you
Just
resist,
do what he's saying, and you will get off with no problems. They're most likely going to take you down to the police station to ask you some questions about the guy who's currently running in a stolen vehicle. That's most likely what they're going to do.
you're going to jail.
Question, but I just want to know, what did I do?
Right now, you were relaxed.
Can you just inform me of what's going on?
Yes, but not right now. I'm
Why
listening to the
not?
radio in my ear right now.
Can you put her in the back with me?
Yes.
That's kind of the goal. Like, if you're not in trouble, they just need to ask questions. They have to figure out what's going on and what would cause somebody to go the speeds this crazy maniac is going on the highway.
Traffic, lost front passenger tire.
I'm hoping more stuff comes out about the bodies they found out about in Houston.
wait till speeds are low enough, and then I'll pit.
Got the entire road right here, Doc.
Man, that dog is going ballistic in the back. The dog knows he's like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Fun, 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 fun.
Sorry, Sean, I don't drop you.
The dog knew it when they rolled up the first few seconds. He was like, oh, oh, fun, oh, fun, oh, oh.
What's your first name?
Diamond Riley.
You want to go to the pit now before you have 12 other cars?
I am going to close the door and grab your purse, okay?
Oh. There he is. Oh, he's so close. He was so close with that. I don't think this guy's going to slow down. They're going to have to do something.
Are there any weapons in the car?
I don't even know him.
Are there any weapons in the car?
I don't know, sir. I swear to God on
Who
my
is he?
child, he
Who is he?
literally just, I met him on Facebook. Look, I asked him for a ride to take me to my appointment. He asked me to.
Damn. So she has no idea what's going on. That really sucks. That's like if your Uber driver got into a high-speed chase, dude. That sucks.
I said, yes, I have my license. He said, okay, well, can you drive? This is my whole daughter.
Okay, I understand that.
Damn, that sucks.
Greenfield in pursuit.
Man,
so,
she is in a bad position.
Nissan Altima, maroon in color. Might be getting off here in
I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, how fast can that Nissan really go? I mean, Nissans are okay, but they're not like, you know, they I don't have high hopes for that Nissan.
And he might be getting off, he might be staying on. I think he's staying on, northbound.
Lights.
Continue northbound.
Passing hold. Slowing Nissan Altima. Speeds 80.
Going 80.
Front passenger tire. Well, as you can hear, the car is stolen.
Did lose its front passenger
What's stolen?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh! Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Damn, he hit the back of that car hard, brother. Let me see it again. Yeah, it wasn't moving.
Yeah.
Crash.
And it's crashed.
We need hold. Don't f***ing move! Hands up! Hands off! I shoot you, I swear to God! Don't f***ing move! Put your hand out the f***ing wheel right now!
Bro's in a lot of heat right now, man. He's in a lot of heat.
Can you give us a better 20, please?
Yeah, look at that car. Cooked. He looks young.
Alright, let's focus on stopping traffic, getting it off on hold.
Denver, getting off and hold.
Oh, there's a 20-foot drop in the center. Oh, so they're like on an overpass.
Okay.
I don't know if I need to push her. I got it.
Alright, so pretty good. Alright, you guys work on the kids, I'll work on her, okay?
Okay. Alright.
Senora, you look at me.
We got it. Sissy, can you wake up? Sister, can you wake up? Sister, I'm gonna take off your seatbelt for me, okay, Sissy? Can you hear us? Do you guys speak English?
Man, this is gonna be bad.
Okay, I got her, okay? You keep talking to me. How about that? What's your name?
Diamond Riley?
Yeah, I just got out of jail.
What are you in jail for?
That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. I'm tired of seeing good citizens pay with their lives because these people in power don't want to do their part and keep the streets safe. It's sad. And it sucks. I guarantee you when they pull this guy off to the side, he's going to have a list, a laundry list criminal record. And it's going to be like, why was this guy even out in the general population? Why?
Just obstructing an officer.
You almost wanted to obstruct me.
I did not. I just was confused on what was going
Okay.
on.
Senora, lady, can you tell me what hurts?
You're being very bad.
What hurts your chest? Okay.
Go ahead, call it.
Driver's alert and breathing. Putting a chest pain.
You said there were no babies in that car.
It's not.
There's no more kids in your car?
That's not my car.
In the car?
I just got out of, no. It's not supposed to be.
Okay, all right. So then maybe they crashed into another car with a kid.
There's over, you're gonna have to go again. One is
Oh, shit. Bro had a magazine. He's got a gun.
What's her name?
I got it.
Bro, who knows what could have happened? Like, you realize he was in a stolen car? Check this out. He was in a stolen car. He had a gun. Who knows what could have happened to her and her child? That's fucking terrifying. Are you kidding me? He had a gun. He had a stolen car. She doesn't know him. Just imagine if he had gotten to where he was trying to go. Who knows what could have happened to them?
Stay here. Fire department's on the way. Stay here, okay? Don't move. Don't move. No, don't move. Stay here, okay? We're taking care of your girls. They're gonna be okay.
They're my nieces.
Nieces are gonna be just fine. Just stay put. Don't move your neck, all right?
I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna close the door.
Would I be able to
I'm gonna
fix
roll
her
the
a
window
little
down. Okay? Is she doing okay?
asleep?
She's sleeping. Okay. All right. I'm closing the door. I'm gonna roll the window down. Okay? Put your foot in. Can you scooch in? Scoot your bottom to the left. There we go.
As the victims and
That
suspect
dog wants a piece of him. The dog knew he could sense that evil aura whenever they rolled up onto that bitch. They were like, whoa, I smell.
tended to, reopening lanes becomes a priority for other officers as they race against the clock to get medics on scene.
Wait.
Yeah, I've had a few of my captains curse out I'm so sorry. Curse out police officers because they were trying to open up the scene too quickly.
Wait.
We'll get some squads that way and we'll start shutting everything down for you. Thank you.
Swing your legs in.
Are you good?
Yeah. I'm gonna try and get some of that debris out of the way so we can start pushing.
Okay, and
one card.
Stolen card.
Yeah.
The front end of something with this.
Okay.
No, could have let him move. No, could have let him move.
You know what's really? I don't have anybody who can come and get you.
You get in your car, I'll stop traffic, okay?
He obviously knew the car was stolen, so that's why he took off.
I have no other option. We can put you in my car, but I'm not entirely comfortable with putting you in the back of my car and your daughter in the back of my car without somebody being with me, and we have limited resources of people. I mean, there's going to be a point in time where we're going to have to separate the two of you, because, you know, we have to talk to you.
Yeah, they have to ask him questions. It's gonna happen. The hell out of the way, bitch! You don't see that big ass truck coming up the side? Get out the way! The hell? Use some common sense, why don't you? Oh damn, they brought the whole caboodle, bro. They brought both. Hey.
Okay, do you know what month it is? So, can you tell me what month it is?
I know it's September, October.
October. All right.
I'm good. I'm just making a lot, bro.
I understand.
It's still running, man.
No pit.
What?
No pit.
Negative, sir. Yeah, by the time I got close enough, it was around 80 miles an hour, and I just stopped.
All right.
I was trying to get you to pit him back on the curb.
No, 100%.
Just because there was no traffic at that point.
That made sense.
Okay. So I was going to try and block him in.
Yeah, like I said, my vehicle damage is it's cosmetic. It's at the plastic molding. I'm calling it out. Way to work it out.
That really sucked.
So I'll watch it and see if he ends up costing anything.
The wall pretty hard there, as well as
hurting specifically in your face, your jaw. Okay.
Pouches of commercially grown marijuana, pouches of marijuana totaling 14 grams, 30 pills of gabapentin, a non-controlled seizure medication, an empty bottle of promethazine, 2 digital scales, 3 flip phones and a smartphone, a box of empty baggies, and a glass pipe with white residue consistent with crack cocaine use. Additionally, officers found a single bullet in the console, a folding pocket knife, and a magazine loaded with 12 9mm rounds separate from the extended magazine that was found in the suspect's pocket. Officer Doonan retraced the suspect's flight path and did not recover a firearm. The suspect, identified as Quinderal Gurley, was charged with second-degree recklessly endangering safety, fleeing and eluding causing bodily harm, and operating a vehicle with a revoked license. He was also—
That was a bad character, brother. That was a badass dude right there. How is that guy even allowed?
Also issued multiple citations, including carrying a concealed weapon, because he was already a convicted felon.
Look at that. What did I say? Oh, I said that too. I was like, I bet he's got a laundry list of prior offenses. He probably shouldn't even be out in the general public. Look at that. Convicted felon. What'd I say?
His bond was set at $50,000. He was taken to the Greenfield Police Department, where he was reunited with Dime and Riley. According to the police report, while both suspects were in the booking room, they were observed professing their love for each other, and Riley said she wasn't going to snitch on Gurley. Later, her daughter was identified as having Gurley's last name. Her daughter was subsequently picked up from the jail by Riley's family members. During an interview, Riley stated—
Damn, so she was a liar. That's crazy.
That when she was initially stopped, Gurley told her to flee the police. She also admitted to not having a car seat in the vehicle, and officers discovered that she had 3 active body warrants. Riley was charged with obstructing an officer, neglecting a child with no harm, and second-degree recklessly endangering safety. She was released after paying a $3,500 bond. She has since entered a not guilty plea, and her case is ongoing. She is innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law. However,
what? Dude, she almost got away with that. That's the reason. That's
case.
The reason why they take your ass in right there. That's why.
Case was combined with a separate case where he was also charged with 2 counts of manufacture and delivery of fentanyl and 2 counts of manufacture and delivery of cocaine.
Damn!
He pled guilty to several felonies in exchange for other charges to be dismissed. He was sentenced to a maximum term of 8 years in prison and is currently serving his time at Dodge Correctional
Let's go! Yes, sir!
Institution in Milwaukee. All victims in the car that Gurley crashed into survived their injuries.
John, can you imagine if he would have tried to clear this?
Okay, so we kind of use this wall to stabilize him.
Not realizing that there's a 20-foot drop in between.
The car is really pushing, and I'm looking over. I'm going, oh no! We need to stop. Yeah, that's blood there. We need to stop.
Damn.
Who sent you?
That's crazy. You got time for another video? Give me a second to use the bathroom. Oh, okay. We bake. Okay. Oh, hold on. What do we got here? Live news. Speaks ahead of Ryder Cup.
I do want to get you to a big story that we have been following here over the past several days. This is coming in out of Dallas as investigators say the gunman who opened fire on an ice facility there planned the attack and left notes that were hinting at his motive. You saw his photo there, right there on your screen.
It's kind of sad to see that these people are just too stupid to write down, like, what is that called? What do people that they go out and kill? There's a name for it. What do most assassins who get caught have? That it's usually something that states their intentions, why they did it, that kind of stuff. Manifesto. That's it. They're too stupid to
I do want to bring in
go over the
TC
manifesto.
Luzinga over at Fox 4 Dallas. She is following.
So the FBI are having to work double time just to figure out why they're doing it by piecing together all the puzzle pieces.
All of the latest information here and joins us live. Ticia, there's a lot to this, and we are learning a lot of details here.
Yeah, we sure are. Good morning to you. Well, so the FBI says 29-year-old Joshua Yan left behind handwritten notes indicating that he wanted to kill federal agents. He also did say that he did not expect to survive this incident. Now, the FBI says the gunman targeted the Dallas ICE office building Wednesday morning. One detainee was killed and 2 others were injured. Yan then turned the gun on himself. Investigators searched homes connected to Yan in North Texas and Oklahoma. They say they found, once again, handwritten notes that indicated he hated the federal government, wanted to cause terror, and acted alone.
These agents were heroic, clearly willing to lay down their lives to save the lives of the detainees in their custody.
Well, they say Yan used an ICE tracking app designed to spot, track, and locate ICE officers. Now, the names of the victims have not been released yet, but we do know that there was a vigil held for them to support them and as well as their families. Back to you.
And Ticia, I did want to ask you here because we know that there was a news conference that was held yesterday. There was one just the day before. We have not received any kind of indication if we are going to get an update of any kind today, correct?
Honestly, everything's kind of just up in.
They need to use that ICE. They need to subpoena the ICE app, and then they need to take that and use that to track down illegals. They need to do that. It's kind of crazy that now even the assassins, the people that are trying to hurt other people, are using it to hurt Americans. Because that's what we do now, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why we do it, but we do it. Seems to be a thing. Let's seems like what do we got? Oh, I dropped something.
Heaven is the largest island in Belize and the perfect base for.
Bro, that looks pretty. What the hell? It goes all the way up to 4K too. That's pretty. Jesus. That's so pretty. Man, with how everything's going in America, I might have to move. Might just have to get up out of here, man. Might have to go to Belize. What made you decide to come to America? Was it the American Lie? Is that what did it? It's 14. We got time. Hold on. No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Damn it. XQC cover anything recently? Damn, he was on ABC 7.
Audio on both ears because I'm about to get nauseous. Like I'm going schizo.
It's going schizo. So he showed up on ABC 7, huh?
Back 2 minutes.
Yeah, because I Show Speed is in America now, and he's touring all over America. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, look at all the people that are following him.
More? What? Let me use that real quick. Thank you. Read title.
Jesus! Look at that! Bro, I couldn't imagine having to deal with that constantly. Kai Cenat has to deal with this too. Like, he'll be going to a store and then a huge crowd of people just automatically swarm him. I couldn't imagine it, dude. That has to suck. That has to suck.
Jesus.
Look at all the people.
Like The Walking Dead.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I couldn't imagine. He's probably one of the few streamers or entertainers that have made it to what is essentially movie star status. Being locked up, that sucks.
That is crazy. What have they been doing anyway? Very cool. Do that.
Yeah, there he is. There's Speed. We need more YouTubers more content creators instead of causing all this chaos in other countries. We need more people like iShowSpeed going around and spreading the goods. You know what I'm saying? It's like not every streamer's bad. Not every IRL streamer's bad. But you've got the select few that just want to ruin it for the rest. Right? Don't say that, man. That would make a lot of people really pissed. I ain't even gonna lie, dude. He's got so many young people that follow him. Like, it's kind of crazy. Just think about, like, when PewDiePie took off. A lot of people that I knew that watched PewDiePie were in high school. So, like, it's kind of crazy to think that this could have been PewDiePie, but he, like, at the time, the money wasn't, like, there for them yet, you know? There he is.
Bro, San Francisco is like New York, but a different New York. You right. Straight pick, y'all. Let's go.
I feel that's why Kai Sabaton is clearing speeds with view count wise. You're brain dead in. You're brain dead in. I don't want to do this view count war, but that's YouTube's way of counting viewers is a lot more live than Twitch is. YouTube shaves off AFKs all the time. It's completely different. It's not the same type of view counting.
I got a question though.
AFK is like people that just aren't doing anything, that are fake. They're fake viewers. That's kind of crazy, dude. That we live in such a crazy time. And I'm sure that a lot of people were saying that back whenever, you know, it was like 9/11 and stuff. Like, it's just crazy, unprecedented times. You have AI taking people's jobs. We have the left trying to murderify the right. We have, or the right and the left, and they're at each other's throats. Or it's just kind of a crazy time to be alive. It's crazy. Well, I'm happy that there's nothing crazy going on, but it's not helping out the channel at all. I'll say that. But I'm happy that it ain't nothing crazy going on right now. Oh, yeah, I forgot about her. Damn, that's right.
On September 10th, Charlie Kirk was
I wanted to watch this.
giving a talk at Utah Valley University.
I have to watch it on Monday, dude. Damn it. Nah, I'll probably go play Borderlands before I'll play Sekiro. I'll do Borderlands on stream before I do anything else. I am, like, addicted to that game, bro. But, nah, I'm probably gonna roll out of here. Call it an early Friday. We're 9 minutes early now. 9 minutes early. I gotta get stuff set up because I want to take another weekend off and do nothing because that's where it's at. Try to get a little bit more refreshed. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try and dig in and find some new channels that we can react to. I think it's everything. There's crazy stuff going on, but then there's like, it's times like this where there's just not really much going on that I'm like, I really wish that I really should find more channels to do stuff with. But yeah, no, I think I'm gonna call it here. Have a great weekend. We'll be back on Monday. We'll see you Monday. Hopefully nothing crazy happens over the weekend. But yeah, take it easy, stay safe, and I'll be back on Monday.